Well, I don't know about that because it got windy, windy. I almost lost my toupee today.
It's cold here, a little bit rainy too.
I don't have a toupee. I shaved my head for the summertime. It is windy out there. And I almost went to the lumber yard to get some lumber to build an ark. It rained. Vinny, did it rain in Maryland?
Oh yeah, it did.
Oh, I forgot to put my phone on Don't Disturb. That means that this evening during this live sale, I'm going to be told that it's time for an oil change. I'm going to be asked if the warranty on my truck has run out. You know how it is.
We are calling to inform you about your truck's extended warranty.
A while ago, I got a telephone call, and it's been a couple of years, and they said, "Hello, this is the Garden of Gethsemane. Have you given consideration to your final planning?" I said, "Yeah."
Yeah, give me a few more years and then I'll call you back.
They're going to take my dead body, drive down to the Jersey Shore, and toss it in the ocean. Isn't that awful to start an auction talking about that? Hello, everybody. We always wait a couple of minutes to make sure that we're live. And it looks like we may be live. So, guten evening, everyone, and welcome to the Monday Night Live Sale. Am I crooked? Is it crooked? Crooked? I can't tell. But I will tell you this, everyone. Before we begin, I would like a round of applause. Everyone toot your birthday horn, as yesterday was the birthday of the Vintage Vinny. Give him a happy birthday round of applause, everyone.
Reverse. I had to take a bow from embarrassment.
Vinny, would you like to tell us what kind of cake you had yesterday?
We had the Carvel ice cream birthday cake.
Oh, what flavor? What flavor was it?
I don't know if it's necessarily a flavor, but it's vanilla ice cream on top, and then it gets to like a cookie crumble with like a fudgy center, and then chocolate ice cream on the outside.
Oh.
Or on the inside. It's so good.
Very good. Well, you're getting lots of birthday wishes. I can see it. You see it?
I can see it too. Thank you, everyone.
Well, good folk, welcome to the Monday night auction. And if you get a chance, go ahead and click that thumbs up underneath my face.
I gotta do that.
That helps a lot if you're on one of your devices. And look, tonight, did you see the preview? Tonight, for the first hour, it is nothing but the high style of the 1930s Art Deco. You're going to see a lot of chrome and cobalt and platinum plated and Bakelite and whatnot. Then we take a 5-minute intermission at 9. And from 9 until 10, 10:10, we might go to 10:15 tonight. It's all mid-century. So lots of turquoise. Woo! We've got competing. I've got the Deco on one side. We've got the 30s on this side and the 60s on this side. And it's something else in here, I'll tell you. That's the way the evening goes. Okay? So I'll tell you what. You don't have to pre-register. I've never made anybody do that. But I will ask you that if you do win something tonight, I've given you some instructions in the description box below this video, which you can scroll down and look at. And that simply means that if you win, and you've never purchased anything from me before, please send me your real name and your mailing address, your chat name, if it's different from the name, that I'm shipping to, and because I won't know who you are, and then also the email address that's associated with your PayPal account. Now, when the auction is over around 10 o'clock, 10:15, we usually bring Vinny on live, and you can chit chat. If you're new here, Vintage Vinny has his own channel, and he's located in another state. We're not in the same room here. He's far away. Well, he's not too far away. He's in lovely Maryland. And Vinny will call the shots tonight, which means whatever he sees on his screen, that's what we roll with. I think a lot of you know the way live sales work. I'll hold up an item and I'll tell you where we begin with the bidding. And you'll place your bids. I encourage you to get your bids in early. And then I'll give you the warning. And then we have the countdown from 10 down to 1. And you want to make sure that you get those bids in there so that you don't miss out. Remember, there's always a lag. I understand last week there was quite a lag. This week, it might not be as bad. We'll see. It all depends on the device you're on, the speed of the internet, whether or not there are any outages in your area or whether any work is being done. And so there are some other factors as well. Vinny, what am I forgetting? I'm sure I'm forgetting something.
I guess one thing we can ask is maybe that we just keep the chatter down while offer ups are going on. Please and thank you.
During the bidding. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's a big help for Vinny because he's looking at his screen and sometimes it flies by like a stock ticker. So you chat all you want while I'm running my lips. But when we get down to here comes the countdown, hold back a bit and let Vinny see who's placing the bids. And then once an item is sold, then everybody can jump in there and start chatting again. Now, new bidders are always welcome. Don't feel intimidated. If you haven't been in the chat before, you jump right in. It's a friendly crowd and you will be welcomed. Yes, you will. All right. So anybody who's new here tonight, please, if you see something you like, don't feel like, well, I'm not a regular. I don't know. You just come on in anyway because everybody's welcome here at the auctions. And those that are at home sitting on their couches or Barca loungers enjoying the evening and you're just watching just to see what's here, I welcome you as well. And I'm glad that you've tuned in for the auction, for the live sale tonight. Now, shipping is extra. I ship from the Philadelphia area. I don't charge anything for the boxes or the shipping material. I will send you an invoice tomorrow morning, not tonight because it'll be too late. And then I appreciate payment within 48 hours. And I pack and ship the next couple of days. And usually by Friday, everything is out in the mail. So I know a couple of you are still waiting on a few boxes from the last time. Everything has been shipped. Sometimes it goes priority, sometimes it goes ground. I use pirate ship so that it comes to you as inexpensively as possible. Okay, how's it looking? We're good? Sound, quality, visual, we're good?
Yep.
All right, everyone. Well, we've got 1 minute and then we get started at 8:10. Again, Art Deco during the first hour. So there's a few more birthday wishes for Vinny. And just gonna scroll through some of the comments here quickly and make sure I don't see if we have any questions or anything. If there aren't any questions, we'll just dive right in at 8:10, which is just a few seconds away. 259 folks here and only 95 thumbs up. Now, come on, some of you are on those little devices and you can click that little thumbs up thing for me. Won't you do that? If you do, if you would, I'd appreciate it very kindly. Wendy says, you need to remember to put apartment numbers on the address. Wendy, are you talking to me or to the people? Because I put whatever address they give me. Whatever address you give me, I cut and paste it, and I put it right into the label. So I'm not sure who that comment is directed to, but if people do order something, make sure you put apartment numbers. Right, Vin?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I forgot yours. Okay. Well, I apologize if I did. Did you type it? I do cut and paste the apartment numbers right out of the email, but if something gets left off, it would just be by not on purpose, but by mistake. All right, let's begin with the first item today in the Art Deco style. And here we go. Vinny, we're going to start the bidding out at just $5. $5, and I've got 4 little glass cordials here. They are 3.5 inches tall. There are no chips or cracks on them, and $5 on this little set. I'll bring them in closely so that you can see. Boy, that's classic 1930s style. And just the 4 of them. So this is just for a small party, right? You're not going to have too many folks over. It's pressed glass done in a mold, rather. I'm not sure who the maker is, who the maker was, I should say, because they're not making these now. But we've got 3 little circles here that diminish in size as they go up, and then all these little concentric circles here that radiate out. They're just cute little 1930s era cordials. I'd call them cordials rather than a shot. And again, they are, what did I tell you? 3.5 inches tall on these guys. And it is a set of 4 of them. There's one bid right now from Cheryl's Home Chronicles, and we shall waste no time, but we'll count them down. That means here comes the warning. So that's when you get that bid in there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Vinny will type in the word sold. And Vinny will tell me who the winner is.
All right, so to Joan Griswell for $8.
Thank you so much, Joan. That kind of gives everybody an idea what the if you put your bid in, you can see how close you were to the stop. And it looks like back in the day came in just after the sold. All right. You make sure that you're in live chat. I don't see Vinny. It appears as though you typed in sold. It showed up on my screen like 2 seconds after I said 1. So I don't see any lag on Vinny's end. Check your lag, which doesn't mean you have to go look in a full-length mirror. You know what I mean. All right, look at this little giraffe in the Deco style. He is made in Japan, and we're going to start out the bidding on him at $5. Just some little thing that you probably got at Woolworths. He's only 3 inches tall, but he's stylized in the sort of the 1930s style. Look at him. You like that, Vinny?
I do.
It's cute. All right, he's got no damage on him. Very 1930s. Made in Japan. Porcelain, these little things, you know, like the little frozen Charlottes are made out of. And once again, there's no damage on this little dude at all. Just add him to your little cute little collection of 30s figurines if you want. We don't normally see giraffe figurines. Warning. That means I'm getting ready to count down, so that bid should be in there. Ready? I don't want you to miss out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it away, Vinny.
Okay, I'm gonna refresh.
Now on my, the second that I said sold, I see, or the second that I said 1, Vinny's sold popped right up on my laptop.
All right, sold to M. Rodriguez for 15.
Just quickly double check that, Vinny.
Okay. Yeah, M. Rodriguez for 15.
Okay, that's what's on your screen. M. Rodriguez at 15.
Yep.
All right, thank you, M. Rodriguez. I appreciate that. Vinny, if there are any questions in there, you know you can stop me, and I wish that please do. You can stop me and address any questions that I can't see or that I don't read.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Next, I have a Bakelite. Aha. It's not a mystery. It starts out at $10, but before you place your bid, there is one crack, but if there has to be a crack, it's not in a horrible spot. There's one crack on this. This is a little humidor. Let me show you the crack first so we can get that out of the way. No cracks or damage on the outside, but when we open it up and we swing open the door, there is a crack in the Bakelite right here, just right here. I would throw a little super glue in there or just leave it like it is. It's nice and tight. It's not going to come apart, but there is the little crack right there, just right there. And I'm going to close this back up and let you see that it is a wonderful piece of Bakelite. Excuse me. And this would sit on a desk or a coffee table. 1930s. Look at how it's embossed. Did I tell you the price we were starting at? 10?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's embossed on the top. It's got sort of a mottled Bakelite, like what the old radios were made out of. And then underneath, it's clearly marked the Roto Tray Cigarette Humidor. I love it. It might be upside down for you. Made in the USA. Isn't this just the neatest little thing? So it doesn't look like anything until you push and then it opens up, and on the inside, and it does look like there's a little nip out of the Bakelite right on that inside corner there. And this is where the Lucky Strikes will stand up right in there. Lucky's taste better. No, I don't smoke, so I was just singing the commercial from the old Jack Benny show. And you can put matches in there and other little smoking accoutrements. Close it back up. And you can have a cigarette the way William Powell did. Or Vinny, you can put your candy cigarettes in there.
Yeah, there you go.
It measures, oh my golly, I didn't measure it, so I guess it doesn't really matter. You can see that it's only, it's 6 inches long. So here's the warning on the humidor, and here comes the countdown. They are toasted for better flavor. Here comes the countdown. 10. The highest bid I see right now is K. Hauser at 28. We're counting it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Thank you, Vinny.
Okay, so it looks like it was sold to K. Hauser for 28.
For 28?
Mm-hmm.
K. Hauser. All right, Kay, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Next up is called a choice. It's an offer up. I've got 3 items I'm going to hold up. We're starting the bidding at $12. The highest bidder gets to pick the one that they want, right? $12. If you are the highest bidder, you will choose the one of your choice. We begin with a chrome server that would be for nuts or candy or whatnot. It is very nice, and it's sometimes hard to tell. That's either a lucite or a Bakelite knob on the top, and it is in red. Sometimes these are marked Farber Brothers or Chrome Craft or Keystone, and I don't see a mark on that one. So this lovely little chrome piece here for the next bridge party that you have, 1930s style, you can have that. Or you can have a 2-tiered, now this is pierced, once again, chrome, and this one has a black sort of orb, either Bakelite or early type of a plastic knob on the top. Classic 1930s chrome, 2-tiered, again, for serving a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Or a nice big bread tray which could be for rolls or anything else that you wanted to serve. And this one has that wonderful Bakelite handle, which is in what's called butterscotch, and with the black rings around it. You can see that. So this is what that is. And this is normally like a bread tray, sort of the size. So the highest bid I see right now is Justine at, well, no, I see Isabel jumped in at 15. You get to pick one of these. If you want 2 of them or 3 of them, you can have that. If you're the highest bidder, that's your choice. But can you imagine how modern in the 1930s? I mean, just a decade before, well, a decade and a half before, we were using that old-fashioned EAPG glass, which I love. But what a modern setting this would make in the sophisticated 1930s while Duke Ellington is playing on the Philco radio and you're enjoying a cocktail for 2. All right, we're going to count it down. The highest bidder gets to pick the one that they want. The highest bid I see at the moment is Isabel. Oh my word. Isabel, pardon me. At 15. And Vinny, am I missing anything? Did I miss a bid?
I'll let you know.
Okay, you just speak right up, Vinny. Don't be shy now. Help me out.
No, I'm not. I'm just waiting for you to do the countdown.
I think I see that Sandra Garcia jumped in there at 50. Do you
Yep,
see?
sure did.
Okay, so that's helpful, Vinny. If you see bids that you can just jump in anytime.
Okay.
So I think I see Sandra at 50. So everyone can see that. And here we go, loop-de-loo. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I can see myself in it. Thank you, Vinny, for typing in sold.
Okay, so high offer is Sandra Garcia at 50.
Sandra, thank you. And the Deco chrome piece that you would like. And then Vinny will come in and tell us the number 2 set. Or the number 2.
So she wants the tray.
With the Bakelite, with the butterscotch?
I believe that's the one, yep.
Okay, that's Sandra Garcia.
Yep. And then the second highest offer was Isabel Duran for 25.
Isabel, is there one that you would like? Oh, I started playing my mid-century modern music, and I should have my 30s music on, but I've got my mid-century playing in the background.
All right, Isabel wants the 2-tiered.
And Isabel Duncan?
Duran.
I'm sorry,
like
Isabel.
The band Duran.
Yeah. And Vinny, at what price was that?
25.
The one with the black knob, the 2-tier? Got it.
Yep.
And I don't know who our third runner-up was.
Jan Allardyce for 23.
I don't know if that's the one that Jan was interested in or not. If not, we'll bring it back at the end. Vinny, if you'll just keep an eye on that for me, you do such a good job. We'll just wait and see if Jan jumps in. And we'll hold on to this for you, Jan, and wait to hear from you. And in the meantime, we're going to do the Indiana Classic. Well, thank you, everyone who bid. Thank you, everyone who's placing bids and everyone who's watching, and to the winners as well. I appreciate it. Jan says
she wants it. She wants it for 23.
Okay, Jan, thank you. Jan. See, by the time I look up, it's already gone.
Come on, Jan.
ALL. I think I've got you, Jan.
All right, so start.
Okay, Jan, thank you. Okay, the Indiana Classic. Now, you guys have been waiting for this. The Indiana Classic. Oh, my word. Not a chip or a crack. And the paint is good, and we've got about 99% of the platinum. So we're going to start out at $35 on this set, which is chip and crack free. Thank you for putting that in. Thank you, everyone. What is Indiana Glass Modern Classic? Well,
ID.
it is a stunningly beautiful console bowl and 2 matching candlesticks, candle holders. Now I can only handle candle so much at one time. So the beautiful console bowl and the 2 candlesticks. Now, you know, as you see behind me, you see a console bowl in the center and 2 candlesticks. They were on every sofa table, the center of dining room tables. They were on console tables. They were all over the place in the Depression. This is from the 30s. Now, this is glass. And what they do is on the underside, it's painted. And this is fired, so it doesn't wash off. I mean, you'd have to really take an SOS pad to get that off. It's pretty good. And you have a yellow and then a what's called a clam broth. And then on the top, they've painted on these platinum arrows, so you get like a 2-eyed. I never know what to call that. It's not really 3D, but you get whatever it is you get. So the platinum is on the top, and then the colors are underneath. So the console bowl sits in the middle, and it's just decorative. You could put fruit in it, but you didn't you didn't have to put anything in it. And then on either side of the console bowls, you put your 2 candlesticks. And here, once again, you've got the yellow paint on the bottom, and look at this beautiful platinum.
Excuse me.
And then, Vinny, if you could help me out by calling out whatever you see sort of the highest bid is, that's helpful for me. Okay.
We got Eugenia Buitron at 55.
Thank you, Vinny. That's so helpful. I appreciate that. So you've got the silver platinum here and the Deco platinum on the top. Now, you may say, I wonder why he's selling it. Well, because it also comes in green, and I'm holding out for the one in green.
You'll find it.
It's out there, Vinny. The only spot of paint that I see missing is there's one little circle, one little dot right there of white paint underneath that for whatever reason, it's just not there. That doesn't bother me at all. That could have been a defect in the factory. This wasn't expensive glass, but how modern looking is that? So no chips and no cracks. You can find other pieces. It came in red and white and platinum. It came in black and white and it came in green and white and platinum. You'll find it in a pretty blue color. So and there are other pieces that you can find if you sort of like the style. So we're going to go ahead and count this set down, and I am looking for the highest bid at the moment, and it must be off the screen. So
you got Rob D at 60.
That's the highest you see is Rob B at 60.
Yeah.
Okay, Rob, it might be coming your way. Let's count it down. Here comes the warning. And here comes the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think people get nervous at me when I bang glass. I probably shouldn't do that. I don't know why I do it. I haven't broken anything yet.
Okay. So it looks like on my end, both on StreamYard and on my phone, that it's sold to Eugenia Buitron for 65.
Eugenia Brution. Thank you, Eugenia. Rob, I think you just missed it. I'll find you another one. And Eugenia, congratulations and thank you. And thank you to everyone who placed bids. It really is. Eugenia, how are you going to use it? Are you going to put it like on a center of a dining room table? On a buffet? What you going to do with it? You know I'm nosy about that. I want to know. I just like to know how people decorate with things. I don't know. Okay. How are we doing?
Seems to be doing fine.
You're doing all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then the next item we have tonight, it's going to be, what did she tell us? It's going to be a centerpiece. What she said she's going to do with it? Are you going to put it on your, it's going to go on a dining room table. Wonderful. That's going to look neat. Hey, Dee, welcome. That's going to look neat.
Oh, excuse me.
Okay, Vinny, splash some cold water there. Get up and run around in a circle. I guess he had too much birthday cake yesterday.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe we should probably bring him on. Put his little face over there in the corner so you can look and see see what he's doing.
You don't want to see me right now.
Well, we're going to start off at $20 on this. $20. Now, this planter has no chips or cracks on it at all. I do want to say this to you, though, that people are going to ask me, what color is it? That's difficult because, as you know, for instance, the color looks different to me on my cell phone than it does from my computer. And I'm looking at two screens and the color is different on both of them. And based upon how you set the color settings on your screens, it could be different. What color am I saying that it is in person? It's a minty green, but not quite a jadeite. It's a little less saturated, but it's a greenish color. It's a 1930s, more on the sage green side, if you get the picture. But green was popular in the 30s and lots of different colors of green. So it's a beautiful piece. It has no mark on the bottom whatsoever. And I guess it's probably, this would be a vase rather than a planter, I would say. And it's just classic deco. It's all that sort of geometric style that became so popular after 1925, certainly into the 1930s. And I like it a lot. And I do believe I've found this in some other colors. Celadon is a good way to describe it too. Sagey, celadon-ish. Good call, Joan. It's pretty. Yeah, I don't know if it's a Trenton Pottery piece or which company produced this, but it is one of my favorites. The highest bid I see right now is $55, and now I see $56.
Yep.
I'm going to give the warning and then count this really neat thing down. And once again, it's not chipped. It's not chipped or cracked, and there's no crazing, and the glaze is smooth. Can you see how smooth it is? Really great modern design from the 30s. The highest bid now I see is Mark Peterson at 62, and that's the warning. And here is the countdown. Vinny, if I missed anything, let me know. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it.
Okay. Alrighty, I see Jenny Joe for 70.
Jenny Joe. Jenny Joe. Is it J-O-E or it's just J-O? Thank you
Just
so much.
J-O, like Joe Stafford.
Joe Stafford. Now, Vinny, what are you doing talking about Joe Stafford? Well, Vinny likes old-timey music like I do. Jenny, thank you and congratulations. Thank you to everyone who placed bids. Jenny, I don't know if I've sold to you before, so if you are new, welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, if you get tired and you go to bed, you don't have to send me your information tonight. You can do it tomorrow morning. I will work on the invoices during the day, and I'll start out working on the invoices immediately for those if I've already got your information and from the emails that I get. So you can always send it tomorrow morning. And if you're not sure what to send, it is in the description box below. And if Vinny would be kind enough to plop my email address in that live chat for me, you guys can all see it. Thank you, Vinny. I appreciate that. And then it would be your name, your mailing address, the name that you use in the chat if it's different from your mailing address name. And then I need the email address associated with your PayPal account. Once again, shipping is extra. I use Pirate Ship, and I usually, depending on the item that I ship, if it's glass, I go out and I buy nice heavy-duty corrugated cardboard boxes rather than the UPS boxes, which are free, but sometimes a little on the flimsy side. So we want to make sure as best we can to get you your items without them being broken.
Okay, so Terry, I just want to let you know that I did refresh and see if what's on StreamYard matches on my device, and your claim came after the sold. I'm terribly sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Is it Terry? Ooh, what was that? And sometimes too, that what you see on your screen may be a second different from what Vinny sees on his. So that's the hard part too. I know that sometimes it just shows up, and it'll be different on everybody's screen. So sorry, Terry. Yeah, it happens. It's just kind of the nature of the live sales. So come on now, hang in there. Maybe there's something else that you'll like. Maybe you'll like the next thing even better, Terry. Do you like punch?
Fruit punch?
Do you like bootleg hooch? That's an old timey word. You know what bootleg hooch is?
Is that like a non-alcoholic beverage?
Oh, no. Well, hooch? Look what has just flown in from outer space. Oh, my goodness. What on earth is this? Well, it's a punch bowl. Wow. We are starting out at $30. Vinny will put in $30, and here we go. I forgot to turn this bad boy upside down and see who it's got to be. Well, I knew that was going to happen. Oh, no, I didn't. It's Lehman. Huh? At least
I was just laughing.
At least there's no punch in it. It's Lehman Brothers of New York City, chromium plated, and then there's a patent number on the bottom. So, wow. The only thing I don't have are punch cups. Now, you can get them. Serve punch the way they did it in Myrna Loy's day, right? Now,
Myrna Loy.
Yeah. Now, what you've got here is what's usually missing is this sort of machined aluminum. Now, this is what the punch cups would go on. And this ring, you can remove the ring.
I'll be right back.
You'll be right back?
Yeah.
Oh, no, Vinny left me. Nature must have called. I'll keep running my lips. Now, you've got the punch bowl. And notice the lucite handle on the ladle, and the lid, they match. Chrome, look at the lid. Look at this matching ladle right there. The only condition problem is there's a little split in the ladle, and this sometimes happens with the old chrome. There's a little split that goes down about 1/2 inch right there on the chrome part of the ladle. Not a deal breaker because the ladle stayed with it. Super clean, right? There's the inside of the punch bowl. There are no dents on it. You may find a scratch here or there. We're talking about something that's going way back to the 30s into the 40s. And it's 14 inches tall. We'll put the ladle back in and the lid back on. And you're able to use your punch bowl this way if you choose. Or you take the Saturn ring, which is original to it, and it goes right over the top and it rests right on there. Now, companies like Hazel Atlas and a few other companies made little roly-poly punch cups. Sometimes they're blue glass. I've seen in amethyst glass. You don't really need the Hazel Atlas punch cups. You could get any type of Deco cups. I don't have anything here to really show you, but you get the idea. I know that's not a punch cup, but they would sit all around here. So that's it. This is the first time I have found one with its punch cup ring and its matching ladle. And the condition is super fantastic.
So
Now,
would the cups be chrome also to match that, or would they be glass?
Pardon, Vinny?
So Dell Coffee wanted to know if the cups would be chrome or would they be glass?
They could be either or. I've seen these with all types of. I don't know when Lehman Brothers marketed this. I don't know if they got their glass from Hazel Atlas. They might have. If they were glass, they're just glass. They're little tiny. They call them roly-polies. But sometimes there's glass with a chrome holder underneath of it. So don't think that there would only be sort of like one specific type of punch cup that could be on here. Again, you could have different colored glass, just glass, some with chrome underneath. So knock yourself out and find out whatever kind of 1930s punch cups that you'd like. But I will say this, normally they didn't have handles. It would just be a round cup, either with a chrome base or just the glass. And you can look up, if you're not sure, look up Hazel Atlas roly-poly punch cup and you can see.
And Amelia Hutchins wants to know if the roly-polies that she bought from you would fit on that ring.
I didn't sell roly-polies to anybody. I've never sold roly-polies. So
or maybe she's asking about ones that she has. I don't know. Like just maybe roly-poly specifically.
Amelia, I can't answer that because I don't know. Oh, no. The ones I sold to you with the silver fade, they're from the 60s. And this is much older than that. So I really don't have any idea if they would fit on here or not. I don't recall. Yeah, I couldn't answer that for you. The size of the cup that would fit on here, it can't be any larger than, if you measure the bottom of your cups, it can't, the width of the base of the punch cup cannot be any more than 1.5 to 1 3/4 inches. Any larger than that, it won't fit. You know, so this is just a little too big. You see what I mean? But this is 2 inches. So 1.5 to 1 3/4 inches on the base. So if you measure your roly-polies, that might help. I wish I had, I might have something down in the basement, but I can't run down there. So we'll go ahead. If there are no other questions, we'll count it down. That was a good question. Thank you for asking. Appreciate that. Yeah, I think they're too big because they're from the 60s, Amelia. Yeah, they would be too big. All right, Vinny, is there a highest bid?
Yeah, it's Melody Southern Buckeye for $125.
Okay, we'll count it down. The highest bid I see is $125, and we'll count it down now. So here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it.
Okay, so it was sold to Melody Southern Buckeye for $125.
Melody, thank you. And again, thank you so much. And thank you to everyone who placed bids as well. I do appreciate it. And Dix, it looked like it just came in a second late. But Melody, thank you. Oh, Melody, have you got punch cup? Have you got the little roly-poly punch cups for it? All right, let's keep going because we've got a little bit more to go, and it is 8:46. We're going to stick to the schedule, and we will have our intermission at 9 o'clock. So let's go on to this now. Oh, my goodness. Look at this. Vinny!
What's it start at?
I wanted you to go ooh and ah first.
Ooh, ah.
Thank you. It starts at $25, Vinny. It's 8 inches tall. I don't know how many ounces it is. I don't know. You're going to get at least, well, if you just fill it up to there, that's at least 16 ounces. This is 1930s glass made in West Virginia. And I'm not sure whether it was made by Dunbar or Louis glass. Hey, could have been either one. They both made glass like this in the western area of West Virginia, where there was plenty of natural gas. And so you had a lot of glass companies in that area. And Dunbar made a lot of pitchers and barware. This is a wonderful pitcher blown with an applied handle, and there are no chips or cracks on it. It is in excellent condition. So Deco, so 1930s. It's 8 inches tall. I love the thing. And if you look up both Dunbar and Louis, now Louis was the guy's first name. I forget what country he came from, but he came to the West Virginia area and started making glass there, I think, in the 1920s. And both of those companies were in Weston. Sometimes you'll just see glass like this referred to as Weston glass, the way a lot of people will just say Murano, but who knows if it's actually was made in Murano or not. But this just clearly West Virginia. I love it. Do we have any questions about this about this picture? The cobalt is beautiful. Vinny, where are we on the bids?
We're at 45 right now.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that, Vinny. That's so helpful. And it's so nice of Vinny to be here on the day after his birthday. Is it heavy? Not terribly. This is less than 5 pounds. I mean, some glass. Oh my gosh, that's about 3 pounds with no bootleg hooch in it. No chips, no cracks. You know that, right? Beautiful, just beautiful cobalt blue glass in excellent condition. Of course, it's not marked. You can see, the bottom is polished and all of that stuff. So, but yep, if you know your glass companies, you might be able to go ahead and find and figure out whether it's either a Dunbar piece or a piece made by Louis Glass, or maybe another glass company in Weston. I think it's one of those two. I love it. Couldn't believe it when I found it. Pam Avery is the highest bidder that I can see at 50. That's the warning, and I'm going to count it down. Is that right, Vin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to count this bad boy down. So sophisticated. And look, with the chrome. Wait, if I try to lift this up. I mean, can you imagine going from Granny's early American pressed glass a couple days later to this? How shocking it was. It was a big shift in design. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. All right. It was sold to Pam Avery for 58.
Thank you so much, Pam. Pam Avery at 58. Pam, you're going to love this. There's not a scratch on it. You're going to love it. I've got one more cobalt piece to show you too. And we've got just a little bit of time left with our Art Deco items tonight before we hit the intermission. And I just want to say to the 470 folks that we've got here tonight, welcome, 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 one and all. This is my normal first Monday of the month live sale. And I'm going to be live with Vinny next week. Right, Vinny, the 11th?
Yep.
I mean, in the same room. And he's not allowed to make fun of me. I'm allowed to make fun of him. But he normally does anyway. No, that's not what I was going to show you. I think this is what I was going to show you. This is a little server made by Farberware, and we're going to start at $15 on this. $15 on this little guy. Now, you don't get the spoon. That's my little spoon. I can't let you have that. That's just to show you that a little spoon is supposed to be there. And I suppose I should be spooning out some denture grip right now. So $15 is where we start on the little Farber server. Now, it's got a lovely piece of cobalt glass, which goes on the inside. There is the little server. What was it for? Well, you use your imagination. I don't know if Rob and Cheryl are here. They can look it up quickly in there. Is this Chase or is it Farber? It's Farber. Okay, a little spoon, which you don't get this one. But you get your own little spoon and you hang it right there. And if you want it to be a sugar bowl, it can be. If you would like it to be a dish to serve out little nuts or little after dinner mints, or you could put ketchup in it or relish. Vinny, what would you put in it?
Pudding. Although the amount of pudding that I would eat wouldn't fit in that bowl.
Barbecue sauce.
Good server for a condiment, yep.
Horseradish. The highest bid that I see at the moment is $17 Eugenia.
Yep.
And I always say your name. Oh, chili, that would be neat. Sugar cubes. Very versatile. And look how the glass, like you can see it through the little cobalt glass. You can see right through there. And so no problem.
I think Margaret's right. They look like bull heads. The cutouts do.
Oh, they do. They do. Yeah, they do. So remember, you get your own little spoon. I'll pull that out so that you don't get confused.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
I'll put my spoon over there. And we'll count the little guy down. The highest bid right now is $20. Here is the warning. And here come the countdown. Ready? 10, 9. David's going to put his false teeth in there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it.
Alrighty, so it looks like it goes to Eugenia Buatron for 25.
Eugenia, thank you once again. I always appreciate you and everyone here. I certainly do. Now, you know, coming up at 9:05 is mid-century. That doesn't mean that you Art Deco people get to go to bed. I want you to stay here and hang out. Who knows what special guests we'll have at 10 o'clock? It might just be me, but we'll at least bring Vinny on and let you, throw darts at him or something to wish him a happy birthday. Virtually, of course. I don't know, maybe Dee or Dave will join us. Who knows? Maybe Tammy will want to join us as well. I hope so. This is the last Art Deco item that I've got for you tonight, and this is a wow. I have never, ever, ever, and I've been doing this Art Deco chrome for a long time. I don't know why I got Southern on that, but I did. And I have not ever seen this before. Now, let me take this out because you're going to get it, but it's not necessarily supposed to be there. I did a marriage. All right, hold it still. This is Farber Brothers, New York. Look at this. I believe this is polished aluminum rather than chrome, but sometimes it's hard to tell. The bidding starts at 15. It is a compote on a tall standard here. It is 7 by 8. So the tray on the top is 8 inches and it's 7 inches tall. Let me get in there to get you to see. Look at that Deco stylized flower with the bubbles coming out of it. Can you see that? Is it blurry?
No, I like it.
I don't know if it's a tulip or what, but it's some kind of a evil flower, and it's got a tentacle that's coming out, and it's wrapping its way up the stem of this compote. Isn't that weird? And so Deco. Now, people are going to ask me, is it missing a glass piece that sat on the top? I don't know, but I don't think so. Why? Well, this is very shallow. Normally, when there were glass inserts, they would fit down into the piece and either clip in there, like the different candy dishes that I have by Farber Brothers. When the glass was supplied by Cambridge, it was sort of clipped in there. That's not to say that there may have been, it's awful shallow for there to have been a piece of glass on this, but I don't know. I'm just giving you my thoughts based upon experience. But what I'm going to do is throw in a Hazel Atlas piece of rich blue. I forget, is this poly? I forget the name of the pattern on this, but this is a rich blue cobalt plate. There's that doggone telling me that my truck needs its oil changed. Anyway, I'm going to give you this. Isn't it cool? You could set a plate in the top of it if you want to do a cheese ball or something like that. That's just if you want to, but you're getting that little plate, and it's not the exact right size. See, it's a marriage, but I think it works. And if you were going to do something like a cheese ball or something on this, it would just be easy to clean if you had just a plate that sat, in the top like that. But it's very unusual. I haven't seen it before, and I love the thing. Have my Deco folks seen it? I don't know that it is, Dell. Dell says it is a reception card holder. Now, how do you know it is a I'm not saying that's not, but why are you saying that it's a reception card holder?
Well, she's asking that. She didn't say it.
Is it? Oh, is it? I
Yeah.
don't think so. I don't think so. That wouldn't cross my mind. Reception cards, we're talking about we're up into the 30s now. And so reception, that might have lingered into the 30s. I suppose it did with the posh folk who lived uptown, but probably, it's a good question. I thought you were telling me that's what it is. Okay, I see now. I'm sorry, I misread that. So I wouldn't think that it would be for reception cards. It's for the table. It's just a polished aluminum piece. Similar to those other serving pieces, similar to that kind of thing, I think. But I want to stick to my schedule here. Oh, it's 9 o'clock, which means it's intermission time. Here comes the warning. Vinny, we are at
75.
With Sandra. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So we're counting it down. Sandra, here we go, everyone. 10, 9. Oh, petty fours. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boy, unusual. I love this thing. With the little bubbles coming out of the flower.
Okay.
Put your dog food on it.
All right, so it was Sandra Garcia for 75.
The Farber compote. Sandra, thank you once again.
Hi, Karen K.
Sandra, I want to come to your house for a 1930s deco party. Woo! Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining me during this first hour of Art Deco. Tell me, well, I'll tell you now, it's intermission time. Whoo! I need an intermission, don't we all? We got 5 minutes, and it's 9:01, so I'm a minute late. We're going to start back up at 9:06. Now, some of you are just joining us for the mid-century modern, and some have already been here for the full hour. But let me know, do you like this sort of just something different? You know, I'm not going to do this. We'll probably go back to the same old mix the next time, but I thought it would be kind of fun to do sort of a theme night. Vinny, you're gonna have to do something entertaining. It's intermission, which means it's my. I'm gonna bring you on. Let them look at you. No,
Oh God.
I'll give you more warning than that. But I need to go get some ice cubes and some salted peanuts for my snack. I guess everybody, tell us what your snack is tonight. What are you noshing on? And when I come back, we're having. Look at this mid-century.
Ooh.
Look at all this. Now, I hope you saw, and I've got, oh, wait a minute. I've got a couple of surprises. I've got some mid-century surprises. We may have to go till 10:15, Vinny, because I have 1, 2, 3. I've got some things I didn't show you, and you are going to flip out when you see some of the mid-century items that I didn't show you in the preview. All right, Vinny, sing us a song. I'm going to go get a little more of this flat ginger ale, and I'll be right back. It's intermission time.
I mean, I could do my Claudette LaBerge impersonation.
Vinny, whatever you think would liven up the audience, you go right ahead. Anything that you think is entertaining, as long as it is on color. You may not get off color until after 10. As you are sometimes known to do. I shall be right back. Thank you for allowing me this brief intermission. Wake up, Vinny.
I'm trying to think of what to do. Maybe I'll just do that impression.
Yeah.
Try that with your pantyhose. I splash myself with a Ginette.
Oh my gosh. Somebody suggest a new shtick for him.
A new shtick. I gotta think of a good story in regards to that poodle. I know I've got some. I gotta really dig deep, because when I'm not thinking about that, I can literally tell you all that. Rude customer story. Oh, I can give you one. Well, this one really kind of set me off. This was back in my home goods days. All of our registers but the one I was ringing on were down, like no cash, no credit cards, no debit, nothing. And I was already stressed out because I was the only one who could ring. So we had this lady come into the line, like literally there was probably 2 or 3 people in front of her. And she says to me, "Can you call someone else up, please?" And she kind of said it with a smile too. And I was like, I wish I could, but you're gonna have to bear with me here. It's like
Ooh.
Oh, there's plenty of funny things that have happened too.
I didn't hear any of that.
That one, she wasn't really rude. It was just kind of annoying. Because I was like, really? Do you not see that I'm working my tail off over here?
Well, I'm back. I ran down to the basement. Do you see the fizz? Huh?
I forgot, Amy, I opened your gift and I love it. Thank you.
Flat ginger ale, but I did go and get some salted peanuts since it's the second hour and it's mid-century time.
I'll tell you all another funny story that happened to me during the really bad part of the pandemic, but since intermission's over, we'll have to wait.
You'll have to wait until after 10 o'clock if you want to hear Vinny's no doubt riveting and entertaining story of life at, where do you work, or where are you not supposed to say?
Oh, you can. It's Marshall's.
Or Marshall's. Are you ready to step into the time machine and fast forward from 1935 to 1965? Are you ready? I didn't hear an answer.
I thought it was a little bit earlier than 1965 with the mid-century.
Yeah, but most of my stuff here is from the 60s. I have a few things.
Okay.
All right. Thank you to the 445 folks that are here and only 281 thumbs up. You're all sitting in your platform rockers. Give me a thumbs up if you're on one of your devices. I would love it if you can do that. And if you're watching on your TVs and you aren't able to do that, that's not a problem at all. We're going to start off right now with this. In excellent condition, and I want to thank everybody for telling me that this is a perfume holder. It's 5 inches tall. We're starting at $8 on the little kitty. It's made of a very heavy cardboard. It's marked Japan on the bottom, and it is 5 inches tall. Now, some of you remember buying this perfume in the late 60s up until, I guess, the early 70s. And this is a fierce little black mid-century kitty cat. And apparently the little perfume bottle was held in this little elastic thing here, and then it sat right here. Now, I don't know that. Look at those green rhinestone. Are they little rhinestones? Look into my green eyes. Those cool and limpid green eyes. Now, there's a little dust on his head. He's made of cardboard, and he's not flocked with, he is flocked with, like, grit. I don't know, like what's on a shingle? What am I trying to say? What do you think he's flocked with? Some kind of like sand or something. I don't know. But he held a little perfume, he or she, made in Japan. He's a little cardboard thing. What? Hit the button?
They're talking about the thumbs up.
Oh, I thought my shirt was... Okay.
No.
Everybody tell what the fragrance is. I don't know. You guys told me in the comments, but I forget. You take a washcloth and get the dust off the top of his head. Oh, but he's damage-free and as cute as he can be. And we're counting him
there
down.
It is.
Max Factor.
Max Factor Hypnotique.
Okay.
That's what Beiderbecke 1927 said.
He is a cool cat. And thank you so much. You like my shirt. I appreciate that. I don't know what the highest bid is. Vinny, if you'll tell us what that is.
It's Cat Givens at 28.
Oh, all right, 28. That's the warning, and we're counting it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. He's doing the stray cat strut. 5,
Oh my God.
4, 3, 2, 1. I used to do the stray cat strut. That was back in the 1980s.
Okay.
I can see myself in my green OP corduroy shorts. Good thing there was no VCRs yet.
All right, so it was sold to Sandra Garcia for $35.
Sandra, did you have the perfume? Thank you, Sandra. And you know what? Hold on. This is to keep you tuned in, because this will be the very last thing I auction and it might be 10:30 before we get there. This could be a long one, Vinny, because I've got stuff to show you. If you like black cats, and I had a black cat for 20 years. Rest in peace, little Salem. This is coming. You didn't see this, but at the end of the show tonight, right after 10 o'clock, we are going to have Boo Boo Kitty. This is the real thing. He is made of beautiful felt or something. Not felt, like velour. No, what is he made out of? What is this? Look at that. Yes, now that's it. So you better stay tuned because this little guy could be yours, and it's going to be at the end of the show tonight. We're going to do this little girl here with her pearl necklace. But yeah, we'll see her later. Now, if you'll give me just one moment, bear with me for just one moment. To the person in the green room, get ready. You may accidentally be seen. I'm going to bring you in so we can have audio. And we still hopefully should just have, let's see if I'm doing it right. Well, that's not exactly what I wanted to do, but at least everybody has their clothes on.
Take it off?
Yeah, take your clothes off. No, please.
Save it for when we're in Kentucky.
Let me go back to solo view here. And how do we do that? Okay, there we go. But David, it's so good to have you and Vinny in the backdrop, and you're both welcome to make all of the caustic comments that you would like.
Sounds fantastic.
And you're very good at I'm very good at caustic commenting, so you guys go right ahead. Okay. Be quiet and sell. Next up, we have a cocktail shaker. The bidding starts at $15. It's 7 inches tall. $15 on this cocktail shaker. Now, it's not Hazel Atlas. It's made in Bloomfield, Illinois. And I don't know if this is Owens of Illinois. I mean, I know the Owens of Illinois mark, but I can't see it. $15 we start on the cocktail shaker. It's 7 inches tall. And wow, yes, this piece comes off. And yes, you've got the little top, which is always missing on these things. Look, let's put this back on. It's pink, it's turquoise, it's black. What else do you want from the mid-century? And it's French.
It's French. You got the Eiffel Tower on there.
It needs booze in it.
You've got booze. You've got the Arc de Triomphe. Is that what it is? The Eiffel Tower, the Moulin Rouge windmill. And I wasn't thinking that at all. So I appreciate everyone who told me the windmills associated with the Moulin Rouge and the Eiffel Tower and all these little 60s people walking. Hold it still. I know. I move too fast. You've got all the little cocktail recipes on there. The paint is in excellent condition, and it's so 60s. I love it.
Could shake up your Tom Collins in there.
Shake, shake, shake. All right, we're going to count this down. The 7-inch cocktail shaker with its original lid.
Speaking of cocktails.
And looks like the highest bid on my end is $26.
Yep.
We're going to count it down. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the mid-century cocktail shaker.
Okay. All right. I see Janine Cuddy at 29.
Oh, Janine.
Nah, Denise, I was just listening to that song the other day.
Janine, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And thank you, everyone who placed your bids. I appreciate that. Look at this wall pocket. It's a pinkish color, and the bidding on this starts out at $12. It is 11 inches across from this side to this side, 11 inches. There's no damage on it at all. So there are no chips or cracks on this. And it says on the back, Los Angeles Potteries. And it's embossed. You'll maybe be able to see Los Angeles Potteries. Can you see it?
I can see it.
You can see it. There's a little thing, hang the little thing, and can't remember these things on people's walls in the 60s, and like some of that like ivy would be hanging out, or some of that awful plastic, fantastic plastic.
Awful.
Well,
Eye of the beholder.
you know, I'm stuck before the Second World War. We didn't have
Not
fantastic
everybody is
plastic.
born with taste, honey.
We didn't have fantastic plastic flowers at the time, but there's no damage on it. A Los Angeles, California pottery, American made. We go from pink up to a sort of burgundy color. Just a classic mid-century wall pocket. Look at that. And
Grandma would hide her loose cash in there.
yes, stuff
Right.
crashed
Under
down
the plastic.
whatever you want. It's so cool and so mid-century. The highest bid I see right now is Poodle at 30. So this may be going back to California. I don't know. We're going to count it down. Here comes the warning and the countdown. And here we go. 10, 9, 8,
Yeah, there we go, KP.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Her pin money.
Alrighty. Sold to Poodle for 33.
It's going back to California.
Whoop whoop.
The other coast.
Poodle, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Bonnie, right?
That face.
Someone should have screenshot that.
Gee, Dad, it was a Wurlitzer. No, actually, it's only Malmax, so we didn't break anything. Here we have a set.
Oh, nope, 33.
Huh?
Poodle for 33. I said that right.
You did indeed.
Okay.
I've got 12 6-inch plates. Now they don't have the teacup indentation, so let's not say saucers, but they're only 6 inches. So I guess they were bread and butter plates. But I know there are people that collect this Melmac stuff, and we'll turn them over on the back, and they say on the back, Branchell, Branchell, a Melmac product, and these were made in St. Louis, and they've got the name of the designer on them, but I can't see it. You see that? Can someone either turn down a radio or a television set or something? I'm hearing I'm hearing noises. Or a conversation or something on the other end.
I don't hear anything.
Well, it's coming over. I can hear it. So what you get is you get 3 of them in this green. You get 3 of them in gray. Oh, you got to have some chartreuse. And orange. So it's
What does it
12
start
of
at?
them. I beg your pardon?
What does it start at?
I never said that they start at 10. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm hearing, and a lot of people say they hear it. So I hear either a radio or I hear a conversation or a television set or something somewhere.
You said started at 10?
Yeah, 10.
Okay.
And so, yeah, it's just the set. They're 6 inches. And so I don't know what you would use them for.
Sandwich.
A little sandwich. Yeah.
Cheese and crackers, nuts.
Yeah. And I think, this kind of thing, they're like Boonton in New Jersey made a lot of this Melmac. There were several companies that made it. And I think you can mix and match a lot of it. I do remember one grandparent having this kind of stuff when I was a kid. But, for a kid's party, that would be cool.
Oh yeah.
Can those go into the microwave? I have no idea, Margaret, but would be a fun experiment. Has
I would think
anybody
they
ever
get
put
hot.
Melmac in the microwave? I don't know. David, have you ever put these in a microwave?
I don't think I've ever owned any of that.
Well,
And I'd rather not Tammy start a collection.
okay. Well, then tell her to turn around, and not look at the screen. We'll count these down. I don't know where we are on the high bid. I don't see.
Yep. Heidi Esterholm is at 10.
Heidi at 10. All right, Heidi, they might be coming your way. Let's count them down. Here comes the warning. The highest bid I see is 10. And here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it.
Okay, let me just make sure no last minute bids came in. And I think they're going to Heidi Esterholm for $10.
Thank you, Heidi.
Oops, that's not what I wanted to put in.
All right, next up, we're starting out at $19. Let me tell you about condition first. He's got a couple little flea bites, but good grief. Nothing was broken off or repaired. Where are the flea bites? I have to really dig. When I say flea bites, I mean the size of a head of a pin. See, there's one and there's two. You get a little magic marker or something and those will just disappear. They're tiny little flea bites there. All right. And then on his little head, one little bit of his plume right there. And someone has already darkened it in with black. So you really can't see it right there. Okay. So he starts at $19. Now that I've told you that he's got two little flea bites, no cracks, nothing was broken, and nothing has been repaired. So other than that little chip on the plume on his head and those two little pin pricks there on that side wing, we've got a cool little mid-century planter. And I've learned that he is a cockatoo, not a cockatiel. You guys taught me the difference, and I appreciate that. Look at that wingspan. You can see nothing on the bottom. That's not a sticker, that's just residue. And at some point, he was $1.95. And he says back here that he was made in the USA. That's printed right across here on the bottom. I don't see Maddox under here, so I don't know which company made this little cockatoo planter. We're going to start at $19 on him, and he measures, I think I already measured him. He's 5 inches across, and he is 7 inches tall. I see no bids, so we're moving on. Did I miss anything?
Nope, you do.
Oh,
you do.
Okay, let me know. I didn't see
Margaret Howell at 19.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't see that. Thank you, Margaret. I didn't see it. Margaret is at 19. Here comes the warning. Okay, I see now, Margaret. Thank you. All right. That's the warning. Margaret has the highest bid right now, and I am about to count this little guy down. I just love this pink and black. It reminds me of Good and Plenty candies. I love them. Warning and countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Ooh. All right. Let me have a peanut.
All right, I don't see any other claims, so it goes to Margaret for 19.
Very good, Margaret at 19. It is yours. Thank you so much.
Nice, Margaret.
Nice, Margaret.
Ming Dynasty. No, it's not Ming Dynasty.
Who said Ming Dynasty?
The cockatiel?
Yeah. It's too pink for the Ming Dynasty.
All right, now your choice. I'm going to hold up 2 picture frames. The bidding starts at $15. You get to pick the one that you want. They will hold an 8x10 photograph. Everybody's graduation picture. Everybody's wedding picture. Back in those days was in frames like this. Now, you can only hang these on the wall because the little easels have broken off. That's the only damage, but the glass is there. If you're trying to recreate the 50s or the 60s, you've got to have one of these. You can pick the one that you want. They're both this pierced metal, like brass. One of them, which is this one, we'll call this the one with the pickling. This has a little bit more of the whitewash pickling in there, you know, the way they used to do. And this one, similar in style, but a different frame. It has a little bit less. There's a little bit of the, well, there's a little bit of pickling in that one, but not much. All right, it might be hard. Let me back up. This is the pickled one, and this one isn't. Pierced metal, classic 60s. There's the backing. The easels have broken off, but you have the hooks to hang them on the wall. And so typical of what you would see: wedding pictures, graduation pictures, baby pictures. And it seems like they would always be on the wall, not like this, but like that. You remember that? How come everybody hung pictures in the 60s like this?
You think those would be too big for if you just put a piece of felt on the back of them, or just put a flat piece of like that shape and make it a dresser tray, or maybe something you put on a table? Put the decor on it, like candles or something.
That would be creative.
You could. I'm hearing somebody talking, and I don't know who it is. I'm hearing. Aren't you guys hearing that?
I heard it this time, yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I'm hearing some feedback from somewhere. Can you guys try to check to see who that is, just in case? I mean, it doesn't bother me. If it's not bothering anybody, I won't worry about it.
It's not here. I'm in my bedroom with the door closed.
Vinny, you could. That would be neat.
It might be Tammy in the background.
Oh, well, tell Tammy that we love her and we're so glad that we'll see you guys Wednesday night. All right. We'll count the frames down. Remember, pick the one that you want. Oh, I can see. Now, this one with the pickling is not pierced. This one is pierced. So there is a little bit more of a difference. Okay. We'll count these down. I don't see any bids, so I don't know.
Yep. You got Janine Cuddy at 15.
All right. So Janine will pick the one. Whoever the high bidder is picks the one that they want. Rob, thank you for putting that in. Rob, you got your wrench. Thank you for working. I appreciate that.
I think the offset frames being hung in the 60s, I blame Warhol.
Oh, well, there you go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the highest bidder, pick the one you want.
Okay, all right, we sold highest offer is $17 to Janine Cuddy.
Janine, you let me know which one you want, and then we'll wait and see who the runner-up is, and we'll see. So do you want the pickled or the non-pickled? That's how we'll tell the difference.
She wants the one with the pickling and the red on the back.
That's the one. Okay, so that was. Can you refresh me? That was Cuddy at how much?
At 17.
Okay, at 17. Okay. And our second place winner
Was Margaret Howell at 16.
And did Margaret want the other one? The pierced with the pierced work on it. Thank you, Janine.
We'll wait and see. Yep, she wants it.
Thank you, Margaret. Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let's continue now with this set of 8 Libby glasses in the autumn leaf pattern in this wonderful carrier, which is all original. You're not going to find a set in better condition than this. We're starting at $29. I know you see this a lot. I see them. I like it in the silver, and the silvering is excellent. I'm thinking this was somebody's wedding present and they stuck it in the attic and that's where it stayed. $29 we begin at the bidding. The tumblers are 6 inches tall, and this is that silver leaf, autumn leaf pattern. I think it was also done in gold. And this set is by Libby. And we'll take one of the tumblers out and we'll just let you see a lot of people are familiar with the silver autumn leaves, which is done sort of in a I don't think it's real platinum, and then this beautiful white frosted look, and the L on the bottom is for Libby. They have a nice thick bottom, so it's very heavy tumblers, beautiful tumblers. And look at the condition of the carrier. Oh my goodness, this has to have been in somebody's attic. Wooden handle, no corrosion, no damage, no wear to the glasses at all. I mean, this looks like I could walk into the department store or saunter into the department store and buy these circa, I don't know, 1965, and they wouldn't look any better than that. So just a lovely set made by Libby, mid-century. A lot of you, again, as I said, are familiar with this, and that set could be yours.
So we have Glenny 18 at 60.
I so much appreciate, Vinny. That is so helpful to me for chiming in. And David, you chime in too if you're here. I love it. I'm so glad you guys are here with me tonight. That's helpful. And thank you. Is it Glenny at 60?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you so much. Oh, at cocktail parties? I know. Are these, David, have you seen these on Mad Men?
The gold version.
The gold ones.
I think I like the silver better.
I'm partial to the silver. I don't know.
I would choose the silver.
I'm just more partial. It's heavy. Yeah, I'm partial to the silver as well. I don't know if you guys watch Will's Thrifting. Oh my gosh, the name changed, and I'm going to say it wrong. But Will has a channel, Will's Thrifting Ventures. What? I think it might be called. What is his channel called now?
It's Adventures now.
Will's Adventures, but Will's
Thrifting Adventures.
Yeah, he's got a bar and he's got these set up in his house on like a sort of a mid-century bar with black accoutrements, and it looks really cool. So anyway, we'll go ahead and count these down. That's the warning. I think the highest bid might be 60, and the warning and the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. They're heavy. Let me put these down.
All right.
Okay.
All righty. was sold to, hopefully I'm saying your name correctly, Glenny 18 for 90.
Vinny, would you spell Glenny or Glinny?
Glenny is Glynie.
18
Yep. For
or
90.
90?
Yep.
Okay, thank you so much, Glenny. I appreciate that. I think you may be a first-time buyer. So glad you're here. If Vinny or someone would throw my email address in there, again, it is in the description box, and you can see all the information that's required. Thank you, Vinny, for putting that in. I appreciate that. Glynie. Glenny, thank you and welcome. So glad you're here, and you're going to get a super duper set. You're going to love those. You're not going to find those in any better condition, I don't think. Okay, now let's do this. Not one, but two. Not one, but two. Did I just say that twice? You're going to get both of them for one price. We're starting at $19. Both of them for one price. Well, what are they? Not three little fishies, but two little fishies. Look at these little guys. I guess they're sugar bowls. I don't know what else they would be. Here I am in the shop, and I see both of them, and I'm thinking, well, what else could they be? I'm running around looking for creamers. I can't find any. And I said, you know what? These almost elevate to decorative art. Can you see these two little fishies on a 1960s coffee table? Or, I don't know, some of you have bathrooms that are bigger than the entire square footage of my house, and you can decorate them. But you're going to get both of them. Now look, nothing is broken or chipped on either one. Nothing was repaired. Can you imagine these little fins would be broken off? They're not chipped. They're not repaired. You've got fins on the top. You open them up, and they are turquoise on the inside. David, what would you put in these?
Sketty.
Biscotti. Look, they're made in Italy. I know you're not supposed to say Italy. I don't know a whole lot about Italian design, but is that screaming mid-century or what?
Very.
Does anyone have any idea? I can't imagine other than a sugar bowl. I don't know.
Arlene said put fish food in it.
Well, who cares? Yeah, I would. Why not? So these two little fishies, I guess, little sugar bowls, they could sit on your coffee table. You could put Q-tips in them. I don't know. But they're really cute. I couldn't believe that the tails weren't broken and nothing on them was in bad shape. And I'm really making up to my mid-century folk, because you know I normally don't buy a whole lot of mid-century. Are you happy that I'm like keeping my eyes open for this stuff now? You're going to have to encourage me. If you want more.
I think you're warming up to the MCM.
Yeah, nothing ventured, nothing gained. And I know people like good design, and I look for good design when I can find it. And when I saw these, I said, quintessential 60s.
Oh, that's a neat idea, Funky Monkey. Cigarettes in one and matches in the other, maybe?
That would be a randy dandy. That would be cool.
Because cigarettes were much smaller back then, weren't they, than what they are now?
So I don't know. Look, the insides. Wonderful. Okay, the Italian two little fishies, not the three little fishies. Sorry, Kay Kaiser. We're counting.
So you have $109 is the high offer.
All
Isabel
right.
Duran.
And I see Isabel now is at 120. And here's the warning. And here comes the countdown on the two little fishies. And so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You know, this makes me think of da 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 Bum, 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 bum. At the Codfish Ball. You know that little song?
Oh my goodness, yeah, that's Shirley Temple.
At the Codfish Ball. Well, Shirley Temple got there after Edith Wright got there first with Tommy Dorsey and his orchestra.
But she was more iconic with that song.
All right. Where are
Okay.
the fishies?
All right, Isabel Duran for 150.
Candy dishes would be great. Isabel, do you like, you must love in mid-century. Is it Duran, like Duran?
Yep.
Okay.
Duran.
I think Isabel, we had Isabel earlier for one of the Deco pieces. Thank you, Isabel. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. So we've got the two of those swimming your way. Now look at this. Are you ready? I've seen this design before. I haven't found the coffee pot, the creamer, and the sugar, and the lid with no chips. I've never found it until now. What is it? Well, the bidding starts at 30.
Manhattan.
No.
Ooh.
It's the blue.
Ooh. Ah.
Thank you. That is the type of reaction that I'm looking for, David.
Ooh. And a golf clap.
Eh.
All right. No chips, no cracks, no loss to the gold plating on here. This stuff is, we'll turn it upside down, and this is pearl. Well, let me read it to you. It's Pearl China Company, hand decorated, 22 karat, made in the USA. See that there? Everybody see that? Pearl? Turquoise and gold. Let's look at the wonderful style to the coffee pot with its lid, with the little steam hole. No chips at all on that spout. They're always chipped. Look at the inside. There's no crazing. You don't have any nasty kitchen grease. You don't have to scrub anybody's dirty old coffee grounds or tea leaves out of this. It couldn't be in better condition. Don't tell me he's got the creamer and the sugar to go with it. Oh my word. They're marked as well. All right, sit there with your pillbox hat. Yeah.
It kind of does.
What?
Look like a set I Dream of Jeannie would have.
Oh, I didn't know because I don't know what they're saying.
You never watched the show I Dream of Jeannie with Barbara Eden and Larry Hagman?
Yeah, but when you said it kind of does, I don't know. I didn't know what the question was.
It wasn't a question. It was just a phrase.
Okay. All right. Now I know. So there's the cream and the sugar and the coffee pot. All right. Aren't these fantastic? The condition is unbelievable. Are there any questions? Are there any? Can you tell me, guys, where we are on the high bid? I'm trying to. It looks like we're at 75 with Terry. Thank you, Terry. At 75. I appreciate that. Okay, here comes the warning, and we'll.
For the love of Betty Draper.
Who's Betty Draper?
Don Draper's wife. Ex-wife, sorry.
Who's Don Draper?
Mad Men.
Oh, I never saw it. Guys,
I have to mute myself. Hold on.
You know that my brain stopped at like 1945. Like, ask me anything you want up to about 1945, and then skip ahead to the 1980s. Other than that, I know nothing. All right, here we go. I thought, ask me who Dorothy Draper is, and I'll tell you. 10. Well, here comes the warning, and here comes the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Alrighty, so it was sold to Terry Valenti for 80.
All right, Terry Valente.
Congrats. That's a great set.
Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. Terry Valente at 80. Okay. Thank you so much. What time is it? Oh my goodness. Am I going to do this or not? Okay, I said I would, so I better do it. We've got time. Now, I don't want this to be difficult. So, Vinny and David, I need your help on this.
Sure, let me just reach through the screen and grab whatever it is for you and hold it up. So they
Okay.
can see it.
Everybody hit refresh. We've got 498 folks here for the mid-century and 351 thumbs up. If you're able to give me a thumbs up down there underneath, that would be super fantastic. And if not, you just stay right there on your Naugahyde recliner and don't worry
McMahon and
about it.
Tate.
Huh?
McMahon and Tate.
I don't know what that means.
That was the advertising firm that Darren Stevens worked for in Bewitched.
They're all speaking a different language to me, guys. You know, I know almost nothing about mid-century. I was born in it, but I don't know anything about it. All right.
Bewitched is my favorite 60s sitcom.
You have been waiting for a Buffalo China. I think I might have said Homer Laughlin before, but it's not as Buffalo China. This is restaurant wear, and the condition is like new. You've seen some restaurant wear that has been torn up in some diner, not these. There are no utensil marks. Let me tell you where we start before I run my lips. $25, and you're getting a place setting for 4. Now, I'm going to call this a luncheon set or a dessert set. It comes with cups and saucers. Calling it a luncheon.
Did it skip over?
I'm sorry?
What did you say the starting price was?
25.
Okay, because I didn't put that in because it skipped.
It skipped?
Well, we already have a bid at 30.
That.
All right. So the plate, okay. The plates are 8 inches in diameter. Look at the shine on these plates. Look at the back. This is real Buffalo China. You see that? Made in the USA. Do you see a utensil mark on there? No, you don't. Now, if I can't see it with my terrible eyes, I know that there are no utensil marks on there. 4 plates, 8 inches, really luncheon or dessert plates. And with it,
George Carrasco's at 31.
You're getting 4 cups and saucers. 4 of them. Look how clean they are. That's Buffalo China restaurant wear.
Del Coffee at 33.
Here on the mugs. Now that China does not mean made in China. That is the Buffalo China. Yeah. And then here we see again on the saucers. These are heavy restaurant wear. Look at this. So dessert plate or luncheon plate and a cup and a saucer. And so it is.
Jan Lofness at 50.
It's 4 plates.
Or Jan.
I'll be back.
Jan or Jan.
And it is 4 cups and saucers. I know you only see the 2 cups, but it's heavy and I can't hold all of them up at the same time. So that's the little set right there. And I'll slide these over here.
Del Coffee at 65.
Hold up 1 cup and saucer. And I'll hold up 1 plate.
Karen K.
And
she's singing.
The coffee song.
A cup of coffee.
A sandwich and yo. All right. Can't you just see yourself sitting in Woolworths in 1968?
Dell Coffee at 68.
Your grandparents took you shopping and you had a grilled cheese sandwich or a hot
Den
dog.
Office at 69.
Here comes the warning and here comes the countdown. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so I see Cheryl's Home Chronicles for $100.
Cheryl's Home Chronicles. Cheryl's Home Chronicles. Cheryl, thank you. Cheryl's Home Chronicles at $100. Cheryl, thank you. Now I have a surprise because I've got 2 more sets of 4. So what I'll do is, Cheryl, if you want another set of 4 at that price, tell me, and you can have the second set of 4. You can have the third set of 3 if you want, or then we'll move down to the second highest bidder. So we'll look and see, Vinny, Dave, you can see who my second and my third highest bidders are. We'll see first if Cheryl wants a second set. I've got
Okay.
I've got 2 more sets of these.
Okay,
Of
so
4.
Melody Southern Buckeye was the second highest at 84.
Did Cheryl say no more?
We didn't get a answer yet. Oh yes, she said yes.
Cheryl will take a second set
Yeah.
for a total of 8. Okay, Cheryl, a second set comes to you. 8 plates, 8 cups and saucers. And then in second place, we had
Southern Buckeye.
Southern Buckeye
Yeah. For
with-
84.
for 84. Did you want a set of 4 Southern Buckeye at 84? They're all in the same condition.
She says yes.
1 set at 84 to Southern.
Excuse me.
Southern Buckeye. Okay, we've got it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, and I'll slide these out of the way. I flipped out when I saw this set. They've got to be at least as old as I am, and usually restaurant wear is just beaten to death in restaurants, and the condition on these are unbelievable. I'm going to try my best. I don't know if I can get my hands on any more. Maybe in a video, I'll tell you how I got them and whether I'm able to acquire any more or not. But thank you, everyone who placed your bids, and congratulations to the winners. They're really cool. And shall we move on now? What time have we got? It's 9:55. No, I did warn you we were going to go till maybe about 10:15. Is that okay? Should we keep going? Can we stay up a little bit later?
I don't have to be work till 11:30 tomorrow, so why not?
Dave, are you all right? Hang in there for a bit more.
I'm good.
All right, let's do this one for one money. It's $15 for this picture. It's 12 inches tall. And I believe I told you that the only damage is there's a tiny little crack in the chrome in the piece that holds the ice. I'll show you in just a second. But look at the stars on that. So mid-century. And you can do like sort of cocktail shaker with this. All right, let's get this part out of here. I think I told you it's 12 inches tall. If we pull, hold on. All right, you don't need to use this piece. You can simply use this as a serving pitcher at your table. Look at Starburst. Isn't that classic mid-century? So I love the chrome on the top. That's not silver plated or anything. That's a chrome fitted piece on there with an ice lip down on the inside. How unusual. I've never seen that. Have you guys?
I have not.
On a pitcher?
I haven't either.
So that's all attached to it.
I'll have to Google lens it.
Yeah.
That was a joke.
Oh, it's okay. There's no mark.
You hate Google lens.
Just
Well,
don't stop there. Get a couple more references.
You sure you want me to comment?
No, there's no mark on the bottom. Very Jetsons, I know. And then look.
I do want to critique you a little bit, Scott. You shouldn't hold an applied glass handle by the handle.
See, now Vinny, now stop. Let me sell my stuff. Vinny's joking with me because one time we'll tell him after 10 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
Be nice. All right. I know what you're doing, Vinny. Behave.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how the handle here doesn't touch. Like you can get, if I got a piece of paper, you can slip it right through there. It doesn't. It's made that way to not actually touch. But anyway, so this piece here, you can put your ice cubes down in here if you want to shake to do some types of cocktails. But there is a split in this. This happens with the metal. There's a split there. So it would be difficult for too much. I don't think much water would get out of there. I mean, you'd have to leave your ice in there for a long time for it to melt, for the water to get up to here to see.
Just put extra vodka in there and you're fine.
You wouldn't know it. All right, extra chaser. So you can put this piece on the top like that and use it this way. Maker unknown, but you're right. So Jetsons. All right. Isn't it cool? And it looks as though our highest bid is somewhere around 68.
Yeah,
Dell
with Dell Coffee.
Yep.
See how the piece of paper goes right? The handle doesn't connect. You can't see it, but it's made that way. Here comes the warning and here comes the countdown. Alrighty then. And so we'll count it down now. 10.
Does the top come off the cylinder?
Yes, but yes. Does this piece come off?
Yeah, they're.
Yeah, it's right now. I can't get it off, but I will get it off before I ship it. I do know how to get these off safely, but I forgot to do it. But you take that off to drop the ice down in there. So the way I do it is I take a screwdriver and I put it right here at the lip, and I just gently tap the end, and then I turn it 60 degrees or 90 degrees or whatever, and I do it, and you just gently tap it off, and this will come off. But I didn't do it in advance. All right, that's it. Countdown. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. All right, so it is sold to Isabel Duran for 76.
Isabel Duran for 76.
Very nice.
Thank you, Isabel. Isabel, you're going to get a couple of big boxes. I should say, and I have said this before, it's usually safer and cheaper to ship in 2 boxes that are 12 by 12 by 12 rather than 1 box that is 18 by 18 by 18. Once you get above a cubic foot, the price skyrockets.
Right.
And putting all that glass in a great big huge box is a death sentence. So I like to keep it no bigger than 12, 12, 12, and I can pack it really well and then still hope that it doesn't get broken. So, and I only charge you the exact shipping charge for what it is through a pirate ship. Okay, let's do these. We're going to keep going even though it is 10:01. I hope everyone can stay up a little bit later. All my mid-century people, can you stay up a little bit more?
The fun has barely started.
Do you like that I'm delving into mid-century? You're going to have to encourage me.
They say yes. The
All
people,
right.
the people have spoken.
They say. This is the last one of these for choice, but I'm going to hold these up. The bidding starts at $8. The highest bidder gets to choose as many of these as they would like, or they only have to purchase one. So $8 is where we start. And these trays, I forgot to measure these. Oh my word. They measure 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. They measure 17 and a half by 12. You will pick as many as you want. How many do I have with fruit on them? I have one with fruit. I have two with fruit and three with fruit. I've got one with flowers and two. So I have two with flowers and I have three with fruit. Let's take a look at them both. And they are big. I think I did tell you the measurements. They're nice and clean.
Are they Melmac?
I don't know what they are. They're made in Japan. There's a little made in Japan sticker. It's this, I don't know what it is. It's this 1960s stuff. I think it's funny because it's like it's a real picture.
Yeah.
And then there's this plastic, like bamboo twine stuff around here. I don't know what is this stuff? I don't know. Plastic?
Yeah, probably plastic.
Fantastic plastic?
Yeah.
You guys have been around in the 60s. You remember these things. So we've got all these wonderful fruits, and you can see you don't have a lot of scratches or damage on them. The colors are nice and bright. And then you've got the fruits. Now, if you're into the 60s, where would you hang these? In your kitchen? Would you?
I would.
Them? They're big. So
I love those. I love the hand-painted ones.
yeah, this is like a real photograph, though. Somehow, yeah.
That makes more sense. Fiberglass.
I don't know.
That's what Wordsmith said.
But it's a plasticky kind of a thing. So, could be. Fiberglass-ish. But the high bidder gets to pick the one that they want, or the two that they want, or the three that they want. So
we have one that has the cigarette burn on there where someone just laid it down at a party, and I love it.
Yeah, no cigarette burns on these, and I really don't see scratches on them. You know, I mean, but you're talking about stuff that's 55 to 60 years old, so.
Right, KP. Don't put them in the oven.
Oh, please don't. All right, here comes the warning, and here comes the countdown. Ready, here we go. The highest bid is 26, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. So we have Isabel Duran for 32.
What did I do with my pen?
It's right there.
It is right there.
There.
Isabel Duran, 32.
Uh-huh.
Isabel, which one would you like? Or how many would you like? And then we'll wait and we'll see who our next. Vinny's yawning, David.
Oh,
you may
no.
have to, You may have to take over for him. It is an
I'll be
hour
all
later here. It is an hour later here here on the east.
Go get some coffee, Vinny.
If I drink coffee, I'll be up all night.
Oh, really?
Not
I'm
me.
like Scott. It doesn't affect me. I'll drink. I
Caffeine
have to drink it to go to bed.
Have we gotten an answer from?
One with the fruit and one with the flowers.
All right. Can you give me all the information again? The price and the name. Thanks so much.
Isabel Duran for 32.
And
One floral, one fruit.
Okay, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Now I'm going to write her name down. And can you give me the second runner-up, please?
That was Poodle for 31. We'll wait for Poodle's response.
Thank you.
Those are skin-tastic.
Skintastic. While we're waiting to hear
Right,
from
Poodle wants a fruit one.
at 31.
Yep.
Okay, which means I've got one fruit and I've got one flower left.
Okay.
And we'll see if anyone else, if you guys.
So you have a Florida Golden Girl for 30.
So we'll stop there and we'll give Florida Golden Girl a chance to chime in to tell us if she would like one of them at 30, and if so, which one she would like.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go grab this fabric because I did decide to sell the fabric. And then we've got Boo Boo Kitty.
All right, we're just waiting for
Okay.
Florida Golden Girl.
I'll grab this fabric over here. And then I need some advice. I need somebody to tell me.
So which ones are left? She's asking.
I have one fruit and I have one flower left. One of each.
Okay.
You don't have one with Burt Reynolds on there, do you?
With the staple in the right spot. Is that what you're talking about?
I was asking for a friend.
With the fold? Oh, not that.
All right. She wants a fruit one.
And remind me again, to whom and at what price?
A Florida Golden Girl for 30.
Okay, $30 for a fruit dish, and it is Florida Golden.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Florida Golden. That'll look nice down the front. And she said fruit. Okay, that means I've got one left with the flowers. And I don't know if there was anyone else that wanted one with the floral or not. I don't know if we go back.
Jan Allardyce was at 26. You could see if she wants the floral one, and then that'll be the end of those.
All right.
Good night, Sandra Fish. It was nice seeing you.
Night, Sandra.
Good.
So should we see if Jan wants the floral one that's left?
Sure, absolutely.
Or hold on. I think Margaret Howell was at 30. Let me just check. Also, I don't see it unless she was just letting us know that the high bid was 30.
That's what I see.
Is it you saw that it says high bid is 30?
And then she repeated.
Okay. So if Margaret Howell wants that one okay, she doesn't want it.
No, you didn't say it was Margaret. It was another name.
Oh, maybe
Jan.
It was someone else, I thought.
Okay, because
Did you
maybe
get
she was
Jan?
just letting us know that it was
Okay.
the highest offer was 30. So okay, so So I guess we'll give it to Jan Allardyce for 26.
Jan, yes. 26 to Jan, the flower.
Yeah.
Okay. Was that okay? Did it turn out right, Jan? Everyone, thank you. I think so.
I think so.
Okay, folks. Thank you. Now, look, we're not done. I should say, oh, you know what is so funny? When I said we're not done, do you know what I heard in my mind?
Do we want to know?
I'm going to tell you. I heard the voice of my 8th grade English teacher saying to me, food is done. People are finished. I will never forget that. I can hear her in my brain. So anytime I say I'm done, I'm not done. I'm finished. That was an English teacher.
What grade?
8th.
8th grade. My favorite teacher was 10th grade. English.
Isn't that awful? I can hear the voice from 1981. Food is done. People are finished. She would correct us that way. And if we said, I'm mad, she would say, dogs get mad. People get angry. I can still hear that English teacher. Sorry for that.
Good night, Karen.
Oh, is everybody leaving now? They don't want. They're like, okay, he's rambling.
Karen Kay's just saying good night. She's got to head out.
I know. I'm just. Thank you. Good night, Karen, and thank you.
Bye, Karen.
Thank you, Karen. Look.
So long. Farewell.
Hey, look at this fabric. Look at this fabric. I'm going to give you a price. The price is $20. Now you get both of these. It's a valance and it's one panel. I'm going to give you the measurements and I'm going to talk about it. $20. I want you to look at the print. This is so stinking 60s.
Ooh.
Thank you for the ooh and the ah.
Oh, wow.
It's gray. It's pink. It's got gold loop-de-loops. This is heavy curtain material. They are curtains. Look at that fabric. Now, let's do the measurements and the condition. $20. You only get one valance. I'm going to come back to it. And you get one curtain. Sadly, only one. But somebody out there helped me understand, and I appreciate who the person was, and I wish I could remember who it was to give them credit, but I am giving someone else credit. This is what I would do with this one curtain. Classic 60s fabric here. No holes. You should wash it. I mean, I washed it, but you might want to wash it because there are some yellowing where it was folded. The measurement of this one panel is 6 feet by 4. So I can't back up far enough or I'll fall into my china closet. It's 4 feet across the top. Yeah, 4 feet across the top. And then it's 6 feet long. All right. And it's got this hem up here in the top for a curtain rod. Now, if it were me, I would repurpose. You say, what are you going to do with one panel? Well, you've already figured out. There would be no problem at all, really, if you cut the thing in half. Then you have 2 decorative panels for both sides of one window. I mean, otherwise, or make pillows out of it, or cover an ottoman with it. Do something with it. But what was helpful to me in thinking is that fabric started out as fabric, and was made into curtains, but it's still fabric and you can do anything that you want with it. So it's not a full set of curtains. Look at the back.
Yes, go Fraulein Maria and make something of it.
Absolutely. It's just such a classic 1960s pattern that you could easily cut it in half and have two panels, and then you could have two decorative panels on either side of one window. But I rescued it, and I'll hold it still and let you have a close look at it. Gray and pink, and these little 60s squiggly things, whatever they are. And then there's just this one valance piece. So classic, and I'm counting it down. If there are no questions, I do see a bid of 20.
We're at 26.
We're at 26. Good grief, you could even make a tablecloth out of it. If you know. What else would you guys, I don't know what would.
Sylvia said you could convert it to a stall shower curtain.
Yeah, sure. There's a lot of things you could do with it. You know, it's not easy to find, and it's a textured type of I'm not good with, it's almost textured like a bark cloth. It's not bark cloth, but I'm just not very good at this. Not a fiberglass curtain, but let me count it down. 10. Warning. 10. 9. 8. 7. You could make napkins. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Oh, you'd make a blazer out of it. Oh, that's so cool. Just classic 60s.
Okay. So Leanne Doolin for 42.
Lee Ann Doolin?
Mm-hmm. Doolin.
Leanne, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do appreciate it. And you know what, guys? I don't see anybody else in the green room, so it looks like it's just going to be us three gents chatting for a little bit. But I appreciate that so much. Now, look, let's do this. I love this thing. We're starting off at $25 with, I'm just saying Boo Boo Kitty, but this kitty is so mid-century. The only problem I see is the two rhinestone eyes are gone. So go out to your craft store and get some rhinestone eyes, but there are no rips, no tears. There's nothing missing. Kitty has original sort of pearl necklace here. I'm going to hold the kitty up so you can see the kitty closer. There's no tag. I don't know where the tag went on the kitty, if it ever had a tag, if it was ripped off. Let me move this chair out of the way because I know I'm going to turn this chair over and fall into my china closet. But look at this kitty. It doesn't get any more 60s than that. The little pink ears are silk or satin. Can you see that? And she has little plastic whiskers here. And again, little rhinestone eyes have fallen off. What do you call this material on there? It's velvety. Is it velvet?
Yeah, I would say velvety.
I think it's velvet. So the kitty has a black tail. And she's about, well, let's see. She's about 13 inches tall.
Velveteen?
And
from KP Gunther.
She's fierce. Look at her tail. There's her tiny hiney. Now, when we look at her this way, it looks like she's had some surgery. I don't know I can't tell if somebody restitched her. I mean, I know that kind of looks funny down there on the bottom, but that might be original. I don't see. I don't know. That just doesn't. I don't think anybody monkeyed with it.
Yes, she did, Jan. She absolutely did.
What? She did what? Repeat the question so I know what you're saying.
She got fixed.
She got fixed. But she's smooth like velvet. And oh man, so 60s. I love her. Isn't she fierce? Yes?
Sure is.
All right.
Perfect for Halloween.
And I love her little necklace.
Yeah, that adds charm to her.
Oh, and that necklace is original. So if one of you gentlemen would call out the high bid for me, I would appreciate it so we know where we are. That'd be great.
Joan Griswold for 85.
Okay, Joan. There's a pretty good amount of stiffness to the neck, but she's an old girl, so you can see, her neck holds up straight, and her paws are in the front like that. Thank you, Vinny, for doing that. I appreciate it. It's helpful. And,
Someone hid the family jewels. Sure did.
yeah. Yeah, I wish I knew. I don't know if there was ever a tag there or not, or if she ever got sort of restitched in the front, and when I squeeze her, it reminds me of like that it feels like the Excelsior, what they used to say. It's not poly, it's not, she's old. Counting her down, the fierce kitty.
Jones at 92.
Counting kitty down. Here we go. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And she doesn't need a litter pan.
Alrighty. Looks like we're sold to Joan Griswold for 110.
Joan, you are going to love Miss Priss. Miss Kitty, boy. What are you going to do with her, Joan? Was it 110, Vinny, you said?
Yep.
She is so fierce in 60s. Joan, thank you. Well, now what? Why am I thinking Boo Boo Kitty? It was a Boo Boo Kitty. Was it a doll that Buffy had Mrs. Beasley?
Yeah, it was Laverne and Shirley had Boo Boo Kitty.
Oh, that's right. That's right. But do you think she's 50s or 60s?
I get more of a 60s vibe, especially if it had rhinestone eyes.
Yeah. Joan, I get a 60s feel too. Now you're going to have to go get yourself some you can see where the rhinestone eyes were glued on and they've come off, but I think you can put some eyes back on her. Joan, thank you. Somebody's yawning and they tried to hide it. I can hear it.
I know, I'm sorry.
Who was it?
Me.
Okay. Well, everyone, I'll tell you what, I've got one more item. Honestly, that's it. Are you still with me, David?
We're still here.
Are you still here? This has been a lot of fun. And I'll tell you, I listened to you because you told me we want more of this, we want more of that. I will continue expanding into the mid-century. You see the kind of things that I pick up. Let me know. Now, don't get mad if I don't comment. I will go back and read this. So if you type in there for me, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that. Go ahead and put that in the chat while I go grab the last item for tonight. And I'll continue to seek out these mid-century items in the best possible quality that I can find. So,
Heidi.
okay, the last item of the night.
Manhattan.
Manhattan was not. It's not from the '60s. You talking about? Huh?
Park Avenue.
That's the '80s. David, are you messing? He is. Look at this. Oh my word.
Let me
You
brace my retinas. Hold on.
Detached retina. You are not going to find one of these in any better condition. And I can tell you its birth date. It came off of the factory line in October of 1965. It's 2 years older than I am. The bidding starts at $35. What is it?
Hi, Karen.
Hi, Karen.
It is the coolest. October of 1965. Look at the condition on this Dominion buffet range. This thing is immaculate. It stands on 4 feet. It's made in America. It's made of steel and chrome. You've got 2 burners and it works beautifully. I was using it earlier tonight. So you sit it on your table and it sort of, flares up a little bit in a little bit of an angle here. And look at the old-fashioned push buttons. You remember push buttons like that? Look at the old cord, which is in excellent condition. You do not need to rewire this. The cord is just fine. Within 10 seconds, I could have heated up my entire bathroom with this thing.
Wow. Your chili mac.
You've got ceramic plates here with the element on the in here like this. These things heat up wham bam like that. It's called the Dominion Buffet Range. And we'll hold it still so you can see 1965. You've got these different high, low, medium. You press your little buttons. The 2 warmers are different sizes. This one is a little bit smaller than this one, but both of them heat up nicely. Look at the chrome. Look at the stainless steel on it. This is sort of a tan color or I would call that sort of like a toasted coconut color. How'd you like that, David?
What's the material of the heating element?
Pardon?
What's the material of the heating element? Just for my education.
Well, they look like springs, don't they, in here?
Well, I meant what
it's
the white portion.
Oh, it's a ceramic. It's a type of a ceramic.
A ceramic. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is ceramic heat. So these heat right up. So the elements heat right up. They glow beautifully. I'm not going to plug it in now, but then so you could use this in your mid-century kitchen, but really meant to be brought out for the buffet. So when you have people over and you're doing all the little 1960s buffet, use this. I don't think you're going to find one in any better condition. I think it was hidden in a closet somewhere and never used. Look.
All right. Florida Golden Girls at 50.
It's just the coolest thing. I like vintage appliances of all kinds. And if you're trying to decorate in a certain style, I'm always looking for things from the, toasters and blenders and things from the 1920s and 30s. Classic 1965. It works. You don't have to clean it. I ship this to you. You plug it in, and you're ready to entertain the way they did 2 years before I was born. My parents had only been married for 1 year. I think they were married in '64. Yeah. All right, we're gonna count this down. Are you ready, Freddie? I guess
As I'll ever be. Yep.
All right. So counting it down, 10, 9. I know it looks brand new. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Pork chops and applesauce.
Applesauce.
Pork
Okay,
chops
so
and applesauce.
I see Isabel Duran for 55.
You see, hold on, I got distracted here. You see, okay. Get this out of the way. Turn that off. And that. And that. Here I am. I'm sorry. You see Isabel Duran?
For 55.
All right, Isabel.
Did you find that at Thunderbird?
I guarantee you we did.
No, not at Thunderbird. Where did I buy that? Let me think for a second. It might have been. Let me bring you two boys in. Hey, listen, let me bring you guys in and then we'll talk to everybody. No, before I bring you in, I'm not selling anything else tonight. That's it.
I see what, just real quick, I see what Vinny had. Florida Golden Girl. You just came in after the sold. That's what I see.
Oh, did somebody miss it? I always hate it when somebody.
They missed it just this much.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see Isabel.
Well, listen, I'm going to bring David and Vinny in just a second so you can look at them and chat with them.
Yes, I'm knocking on the door. Let me in.
Okay, but before I do, thank you everyone for joining me tonight. It's always such a pleasure, and we wouldn't have these live sales without you. You guys are the star. So everybody at home watching, whether you're in the chat, bidding, just hanging out watching, thank you so much. If you enjoyed theme nights like this, let me know. I'll do it again. If you won something tonight, go to bed. Send me your information tomorrow, no problem. I'll work on the invoices tomorrow morning and start doing all of the packing and getting those things out to you as soon as possible. Okay, now I'm going to bring the boys in.
It did, Heidi. Yep, sure did.
Sure did what? Repeat, Vinny, when you answer, tell us what they say, because I don't know.
She was just asking me if I got my ice cream cake yesterday, and I did.
Okay. What do? I have to go and get. I have to go to that. Sorry for pointing at everybody. This.
There you go.
I think I did that right this time. Yeah. There we are.
We're here.
Okay. Wow. How come I look so little and you guys look so big?
Whoa. Whoa.
If you will do me a favor, because I've been running my lips for 2.5 hours.
Go get you a drink.
I'm going to take a 2-minute break. You guys do something entertaining, and then I'll be right back, okay? Does that sound all right?
Vinny and I are gonna just vogue here for a second.
I think that you should. So I'll tell you what I want you to do, Vinny. I want you to tell them about the date and when I'll be upcoming with you. Dave, I want you to tell them about a week from tonight. All right. So Vinny, and then I'll be back in a minute. All right.
So who comes first, Vinny? When are y'all getting together?
I think the two of us, Scott and I.
Yes.
That'll be May 11th, so 10 days from now.
Coming up on the 8th, 1 week from tonight, will be 2 chaps.
Why doesn't it do what I want it to do? Oh, well. I'll be right back.
Because it's fickle.
Because I don't know what I'm doing and I can't see.
I can.
2 chaps, it will be on Vintage Uprising, Texas this time. It's our turn to host the show. So Lots of cool stuff. This guy will be included.
Ooh, an owl.
It is a bottle opener.
Oh, that's cool.
Pretty neat. That's it. That's all you get to see for next one day.
I can tell you all that story about that psycho that I dealt with during the pandemic.
Oh, I gotta hear this. Go ahead.
So this lady comes up to the register and she wants to know if something is a certain price. Because if you all know Marshalls, TJ Maxx, etc., we don't use traditional barcodes. We have our own, and it says how much the item is on the ticket instead of the MSRP tag. So she comes up with this pair of shoes and says, "Oh, I found it in such and such place." So in my head, I'm rolling my eyes because I'm like, okay, just because you saw it under X amount of place wherever you found it does not mean that it's that price. It's whatever's on the ticket. And mind you, this woman was with her husband and her kids when she did this. So I said to her, I did the lookup, what I'm supposed to do, the whole 9 yards. And I tell her, it's this price, not this one. And she goes, well, it's not my, and she screamed it. It's not my fault. And I'm looking at myself. I'm like, oh, thank God I am not married to that. Hi, Cindy.
Shouldn't have had a drink before you said that.
Everyone
likes like, a thing.
Really, lady, good. You just really made a fool of yourself in front of a packed store. And you just made your husband and your children proud of you.
Okay, shut the door.
Right.
You don't lock yourself in.
Right.
He's laughing, but he's rolling his eyes and shaking his head like, oh, Dave.
I was like, honestly, as soon as she left, I had to tell my supervisor. I was like, really?
People. But without those incidents or things that happen, life and work would be boring.
We wouldn't have stories to tell.
I'll tell you what, this is amazing. In our valet drive in front of our clinic today, a car was stolen.
What?
So someone was waiting for a valet to just leave a car for someone. What? Someone jumped in and stole a car from the valet drive at a cancer center.
That's crazy.
That's sad, actually.
KP, yes, she was. I just didn't want to say that name because I know we have some folks here that are, but yes, she was one of those for sure. Oh, I've given my eyes can say a lot, but I think at the time we were still masked up, so I was mouthing stuff to myself. That was the only benefit of having to wear that awful thing in that building for 8-9 hours.
Hey, the other benefit was when it was wintertime, the mask keeps your face warm. Inside the hospital, well, at the cancer center, we still have a mask protocol.
That makes sense. It's a medical.
We're easing out of it, but in common areas where you're passing patients, it's masks are mandatory. So,
yeah.
So Scott's running around. He's sneaking around. Oh, you've seen this before, right? I've showed you the little pink Manhattan tumbler.
Mm-hmm.
I never find Manhattan in pink. Never.
I found one. I found this in Canton. Tammy and I go to Canton, just east of Dallas, when that show happens first weekend of every month. And I found this one. Grabbed it because I'd never seen it in pink like you. So I've had one.
I saw a bit of that when I was in Virginia this past week.
Last week we went thrifting. My daughter and I, since we work together now, and after lunch, I said, do you have a little time? She goes, just a little. And I said, well, you got to thrift during lunch. So I hit one of the thrifts near the hospital called Bluebird Circle, and looking around, and I found 3 of these. So now I have a set of 4 for an excellent price.
Poodle, did you tell him not in your wildest dreams that you wouldn't service him?
What? I have to go back and.
Now that doesn't sound.
I know it could be interpreted in many different
Right.
ways.
What's after 10 in Nova Scotia?
I want to show everyone something. Now, David has already seen this. I don't think Vinny has seen it. But look, if you guys are subscribed to my YouTube channel, which you have to be in here, I put things in my community page. I went to meet my parents for dinner Sunday. It was pouring we've had rain for days and days.
Rain galore.
So they decided they wanted a seafood dinner. And so we went to a seafood restaurant. We're only an hour from the Atlantic Ocean. So all the seafood here was just caught the morning of. Anyway, you don't need to hear all that. On my way, I stopped at a thrift shop.
Ew, I saw her.
Yeah,
What are you
I'll take
laughing
her.
at, David?
I'll take her.
No, you won't. And stop looking at my black vase.
Do
I
not
can't even
invite
see
me.
the black
Do
face.
not invite me to your basement.
Now, look at her. Did you see? You saw it, Karen? Oh my gosh.
I like her color.
And she is in absolutely perfect condition. There are no marks on the bottom at all. KP says, I want that. Now, when I saw her in the thrift shop, I saw that color, and what did my mind say? Van Briggle! She's not Van Briggle. David and I were chatting about that as well. But I always think, when I see this color, I immediately think of something made by Van Briggle. The detail isn't there. The crispness isn't there. It's good quality, but it's not Van Briggle quality. But she's not marked on the bottom, and the thing about this,
Not glazed on the bottom either.
no. So, but the thing about this form, the dancing lady, who can either be draped in a piece of diaphanous fabric or an outfit, or she's just draped like this, was all over the place, imitated, copied. It was a popular form. Flower frogs. You saw this kind of thing. Bookends, David. I think you've got some bookends that have this type of a design similar. So I'm not sure who made her.
I'll grab one.
And if you Google it, you'll say, oh, this is who it is. But remember, companies imitated each other, and they would have slight changes to avoid copyright infringements, patent infringements, So very Deco, very 30s. She's fantastic. And you know me, I don't know if I'm going to want to sell her or not. That's right. So there's a similar, hold on, I got something in my eyes. Let me see. David has something similar. David, hold those still. Where did you get those?
You gifted it to me.
Oh, that's right.
Where did you get that? Oh, you gifted it to me.
Look,
Leave it.
David, hold that back up.
I have one like that. It's downstairs.
Go grab it. I accept this award. First of all, thank you.
The naked dancing ladies.
To the people in the balcony, thank you.
I was thinking with mine, because some of the gold is worn off on her, I was thinking about maybe getting some gold spray paint and fixing it. But I don't know.
Be careful.
Because I like her. I just don't like the wear on her.
I know, but sometimes, depending on the piece, that can be the charm, right? I mean,
I'll have to send you guys pictures of it to show
Yes,
you.
Gail.
Bring it in
Gail,
June.
hey, Gail, I'm going to show it to you in a minute. Hold on, Gail. It's right here. Gail wants to see something. But David, hold your bookend back up again. Point in fact. Look at how similar these two. See this? Very popular as a decorative motif in the 30s. but not made by the same. This is pottery. This is not a flower frog. Has no mark. This is just decorative. Same with this. It's not a flower frog. It's just decorative, but this sort of draped dancing lady, you see it all over that era. Do you guys love them?
These for sure.
They,
Starting to feel like a Boys with Statues instead of Playboy magazine.
now, Gail was just asking me, everybody hold on, clutch your pearls. You ready? Here she come. Here she come. Ooh. Oh my word.
Scott would like to thank the Academy.
Now, is that a Cambridge Frozen Charlotte?
You're half right. You got it halfway. Keep going, Vinny. You're half. She's Cambridge.
Bashful Charlotte?
No.
Cambridge. I've seen her in clear, but I haven't seen her in green.
Well, this is called the Draped Lady.
Oh.
There's also a Bashful Charlotte. And a lot of them are based off of the painting called September Morn.
That's right.
So you'll see it. You guys can look up Wait a minute, David. Let me see that.
That looks like a Hawaiian lady.
This
is the one you asked me about the other day.
Is she? Oh, that's right. Is she frosted?
She's frosted.
Now, who made her?
I honestly, because she's a repop. I definitely know that. She's not a frog. But I wanted one in green so bad, and I couldn't pass it up on the price. I only paid like $20 for this. So she's a repop.
Yes, KP. Where's my black? Yes, she glows. That's now. Hold it still, David.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
She's bending over like September Morn. Notice how the draped lady is standing up.
But if you blink, she turns into an owl. If you blink again, she's back.
Now we're
spare no expense for production here.
September Morn was a painting that was put in a gallery, I want to say on Fifth Avenue in New York. You guys can look this up. 1908, 1910, something like that. It's early. And she's got no clothes on. And she's standing in a pond with water like up to her ankles. She has her hands like between her thighs and she's kind of bending over a little bit. And the painting, whoever was in charge of Vice in New York City at that time had a fit. But she stayed in the gallery window and it created a national stir. Go and look it up and read. It's really fascinating, the story of September Morn. I don't know who's got the painting anymore, but that catchphrase turned up in magazines and newspaper articles and sheet music, and it looks really great on that black. I see you teasing us with that black glass vase.
Oh, that small black vase? Or this bigger one?
Yeah, thank you. The one, when we were shopping and David said, "Oh, Scott, look, there's a
no
magnolia tree."
David, the ninja, didn't say anything. 4 people. No, wait. 1, 2, 3. 4 people went left, and Dave went right.
Yeah, I hear you.
But you found a big one that would hold that.
And she is 12 and a half inches tall, and I just bought her at an estate sale. I have not had a chance to do the video yet. I took video. I haven't produced it yet.
How wide is the base?
How wide?
How wide is it?
5 inches.
Okay. I'm gonna find a black base and bring it to you in June.
Thank you. So she just came from a Philadelphia estate. The house was built around 1906 to 1908, and she was in that estate, and I was able to purchase her, and I was thrilled. Good night, Amelia.
Night, Amelia.
Good night, and good night. It's getting late. I'm gonna get very Dave-like because I'll let it loose and get crazy.
Well, welcome back.
I'm a wild man.
I can show you what I was going to show you, Scott.
I've been known to walk
if you really
up
want
and
to
down
see
the
it.
escalator.
Oh no, David! I have a feeling that you have ripped the tag off of a mattress in your days.
2 or 3.
You know you're not supposed to do that.
I know. I think I have a warrant out in Sheboygan for that very thing.
Well, Vinny, I want to see what you want to show us, but I need to ask the audience something about fashion.
This is yours, 5 inches across. And it's amethyst.
Oh, that's the... Oh.
It's amethyst. That's yours, Scott.
Let's see if it will fit the bottom of my draped lady.
Well, if that's 5 inches, the inside in the lip is 5 inches.
All right, let me measure her again. Hopefully.
Let's measure together, Scott.
It's going to be tight.
My brain just went in the gutter with that comment.
David, she's actually 5 1/8.
Okay.
Will she fit?
I have more. Now I'll look for others. I have more. I'm going to find one, Scott. I've got...
Well, listen, Vinny, are you going to... Can I do my fashion question?
Yeah, shoot.
All right. I need help from the ladies and the men can know too. I don't know, It seems to me that I remember pictures of my mother back in the early 60s with this leopard stuff. Now let me show this to you, and I think this is what it is, but I don't know. So I need help from the people who know about 1960s fashion.
That would be Vinny.
I do not think this is a table runner.
You killed a leopard.
It looks like a table runner.
I told you exactly what it was.
No, you didn't. I told
the way you were wearing it, you made it look like a shawl. It's a wraparound, kind of like a...
inside has silk on it, or satin is on the inside. And I think that women in the 60s, when they were all dressed up, I think, now I'm not sure, but didn't they put this not as a shawl? They wouldn't. Didn't they wear it? Didn't women in the 60s put this over their shoulders like this, and somehow wear this as a decorative accessory when they went out with their pillbox hat and their little... Isn't this how women wore this in the 60s?
In the red corner, Scott.
What?
You're like a wrestler.
I'm putting you guys... Wait a minute. How do I do this? I'm putting you guys... I want to be solo for a minute. How do I do that?
Okay. That's your right. Go ahead.
I am. I'm going solo. Was it worn like this, everyone? And you two guys be quiet. You don't know.
I see women wear shawls a lot today, so I think I know a shawl when I see it.
Karen says only fur.
They didn't call it. It wasn't a shawl.
It was called... Somebody put another name in it. They called it a wrap or something.
Right. Shawl is something old women wore. Now, I think they wore it all right. Yes, it was an evening wrap worn off the shoulder. So off the shoulder, like it was on one shoulder.
Looks like a
that?
toga.
It was on one shoulder? Or do I put it around my neck? Oh, over the shoulders like I had it. Okay. So put it back over my shoulders like I had it. Ignore the shoes. So it was more like this when they went out?
That makes more sense to me.
This how they wore it?
Dave.
Be quiet.
Warriors.
Wait a minute.
Come out
No,
to
just
play.
what do you mean further down the shoulders? Drape it around your lower arm?
Yeah. Like expose your neck more.
Oh, I think
Listen.
I know. I think I know what they're talking about.
Oh, you mean like I can't. Oh,
More,
like that.
yeah, exactly,
Oh.
exactly like that.
Like
Kind of like with a
There you
fancy
go.
dress or something.
like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Ig-
See, that's
ignore,
not a shawl. That's more of like a.
ignore the sweatpants and the Pumas. All right, so let me move back into. Let me bring these two guys back. You never thought you'd see.
Wait,
should've
let me
done
wipe
this-
the tears out of my eyes real quick.
Be quiet. I should have done this earlier. I bet I would have gotten really good ratings.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so my question is, I just bought this from. All right.
Vinny, you're the buffer tonight.
I
Huh?
know. I'm keeping you two in shape.
Yeah,
here.
you haven't measured anything yet.
Are you talking about me?
Vinny's the buffer. He's in between us.
Now, to anyone out there who would wear this, should I? Is anyone interested if I sell it? Should I? It's in excellent condition. So, is it 60s?
60s, 70s.
No, this is not 70s, Vinny.
They had leopard in the 70s.
Hold on. I want to hear from my ladies who were there. Come on now. Anybody my mother's age, because I remember my mother having stuff like this.
Karen.
I think it's classic 60s. What's so funny, David? Be quiet. Is it faux or real? I don't know.
It's got to be faux.
I think it's
I don't
Elderly
think that's
Poodle is saying it's lined, so it would not be a headscarf.
yeah, it's got like black silk. Look. I think this is just classic early to mid 60s. Jackie Kennedy, JFK era.
Cheryl's calling it a stole.
Does it
I
have
don't know what that's called because I've seen a lot of stars in the 60s wear dresses with that kind of
Okay.
thing on the back of them.
Yeah, early 60s.
Like-
Okay.
Bewitched, Genie. Well, Genie probably not, but more of maybe like Mary or Dick Van Dyke show, Mary or Bewitched era. I said
Okay.
Betty Draper wore it.
Betty Draper can wear what she wants.
A stole wrap. Because it's pretty big, yeah. So I'll tell you what I'll do, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I will hold on to this, but I'm going to sell it. I don't look good in leopard. I will sell this. Maybe I'll put it, this might wind up in my eBay store. I'll tell you what, I was at the estate sale and I was digging around in a closet and I opened up a Lane cedar chest and I pulled this out. Did I do okay?
Oh, yeah. Never
Right.
pass up leopard.
Does it glow? I don't think so.
Oh, does it glow? You guys are going to send me to my grave early with this does it glow business.
Here lies Scott. He glowed.
Yeah, there's going to be a black light over my tombstone. Woo!
Yeah.
Wait, Scott, wear it with a black turtleneck.
Oh,
There
Lord.
you go.
That's very Freddie Mercury, Liberace.
Well, if I lose my mind, I might be sitting here wearing nothing but that.
Too
A
late.
props master might want it. Okay, so they want Vinny to do his show and tell.
Oh, okay. So I was in Virginia Thursday and Friday, and I stopped in this one little antique store.
What'd you get?
And this was probably the only thing that was worth buying in terms of everything else being over the top pricey. Ooh, it's made of
Make him
pot
big.
Oh, make him big? All right, hold on.
Ooh.
So it is a pot metal lamp of a lady in a champagne glass. It's a clock lamp,
Oh, yeah.
classic 30s. It is marked on the back, Chapman, Indiana. I'm trying to see what else it says. Chicago, Illinois, and then a bunch of like serial numbers and such, made in US.
Love that.
It works. The only thing that doesn't is the clock. But they have it set to 5 o'clock because what's 5 o'clock? Happy hour.
Oh.
Don't I know it? I showed you my watch. It's nothing but fives.
Now I will say this was not like $10 or $20. This was like, I think after the little discount I got, it was like $67. But I went back to the shop because I was wondering if this person had a discount going on because I didn't see anything posted. So I came home and I just, Googled, champagne glass lady lamp, and there's one on Ruby Lane for $275. Now that's not exactly a reliable source for market values, but
Right.
at least I know it's not the only one out there.
Well, Vinny, I have to tell you, and I said this in a video a while ago, when I see an item, I say to myself, when have I seen it before, and when am I likely to see it again?
And it was my birthday weekend, so I splurged a little bit.
As
There you go.
should.
Absolutely.
I think it was well worth the $67.50.
I absolutely agree with you because I have never seen that before, and I don't know that I would ever see it again. Let's see the back of it. Nice.
She's got one leg is up high. So let me see if it'll show the markings. Maybe it won't because of the glare.
That's neat.
Yeah, isn't that neat?
So no plans to get the clock repaired?
I'm gonna see if maybe I take some of the air, like the air in a can, or maybe some WD-40 or something, and see if maybe it's just stopped up. But we'll see. If not, I don't mind it sitting on just 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a heavy one. Made of pot metal.
Yeah, I like that a lot. That's a great buy.
I do too. Denise says
Can't
I
wait
got a
to
good
buy
deal
it.
on it. That's a fun piece, I think. Perfect.
Let me
for
show the watch. I wore this in Philly. You saw this in Philly.
I did.
But I had to replace the strap, the original gator strap, with a new gator strap. All fives.
That's awesome.
Oh, I know.
It's 5 o'clock all the time.
5 o'clock shadow. That's cool.
I like Karen's comment.
Well, what was it?
Said Vinny wins. His is the biggest. Getting risque here. Funny though.
I'm eating my salted peanuts.
Are we ready for vacation?
Yeah, I would say so.
I can't wait. I'm leaving. That 2 weeks is like Super Bowl time for me, but I've been working so hard to not worry about things. I'll take my laptop with me, but I'm gonna just to play it safe. But
Yeah,
that's to have everything wrapped up.
Yeah.
I'm curious to check out places I've never been to before. So that'll be fun.
If I'm making weird faces, I'm eating peanuts. And I'm
No, please go ahead. You've had a long evening.
I mean, he makes weird faces anyway, so it's nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah. You just wait, Vinny. Oh, and when I see you next week, don't go to the thrift shops the day before and wipe them out so that when I get there, there's nothing there. Like you did.
You're heading to Maryland again. Okay.
Just he's coming for the day or spending the night.
No, you don't have to tell my business. I'll be traveling through that area.
Okay.
But I will be there for one night. But oh,
did I show you the Manhattan set that had the lid on the centerpiece? It had a little lid on the little tiny centerpiece in the center of the relish tray.
I don't think so.
Ooh.
Is it tiny? Like tiny?
It's
Well,
the
not
only
tiny,
time I've
tiny,
seen it.
I'm going to show.
I never saw a lid.
Show it. I'm going to show something.
No. I don't have the lid for the centerpiece. I saw it at an antique store.
I bought something like that a couple months ago, and I was like, "Is this Manhattan?" And it has a lid on it. I almost thought it was for a vanity.
You still have it?
Let's show.
It's in the other room.
Okay, yeah.
I can go get it.
Shoot me a picture. Okay. And there he goes. And Scott's back.
I'm back
I'll
now.
do the play-by-play.
David, do you remember when you guys were in Philly the last time? We went to an antique shop, and I freaked out because on the wall for $30, I found an original press photograph of the ship, the Morro Castle, that caught on fire and died.
Right,
at
yes.
Asbury Park.
Yes. Where I tried on the wig.
Huh?
That's a shop I tried the wig on.
It is.
Good night, Mickey.
Well, anyway, I have that hanging in a room in my house. Well, I'm in my house now, but it's hanging in another room.
Oy.
So today, I was in the Goodwill, and I found another one.
Of what? Oh, that picture.
But this one, the one that I found when David was here, was an original photograph. This one is a print, is a copy print, like newspaper print almost, but it's in an old frame. So you could have purchased at that time as a souvenir, like an original photograph, or you could have purchased a like a newsprint print of it. So this is not. It's in the original frame, and that's the Morro Castle ship that caught on fire and docked itself on the beach at Asbury Park, New Jersey. And you can see here, that's the original. It's never come out of that frame.
Right.
See it?
Wow.
And I bought it for $5.49 at the Goodwill today.
Wow.
And the ship caught on fire at sea, and over 100 and something people died on it. And it docked itself at Asbury Park, New Jersey. So now I've got two of them. So this one I'll sell, and the other one I'll keep. It was 1934 when that tragedy happened. It's a fascinating story if you've never heard of it. The Morro Castle ship.
Let's hope something like that never happens again.
Here's that piece. I have no idea if this is Manhattan. I doubt it.
No, it's not Manhattan. It's a powder jar, but not Manhattan.
Yeah, that's a powder jar.
Yeah, I didn't think it was, but I thought it was neat anyway.
Yeah, Tammy sold one of those.
Did she?
Yeah.
It looked Manhattan-esque, I think, just because of that circular.
Right.
I didn't think it was. I just thought it was neat. Either way.
Yeah.
Great book.
It's Manhattan-esque.
Here we go. I found it. I found the picture. See, the lid is on the centerpiece.
I have never seen the lid.
Me neither. I was tempted to get this set, but I have everything else. It wasn't, I mean, hey, how much do you want for this lid? They're not going to go for that.
No.
I don't think I've ever seen a lid before.
And they only wanted for the whole set $75. But thanks, Scott. Now I find the inserts everywhere, and I'm like, I have to turn them away now.
Yeah, I know. I see them. I'm done buying them as well because it's the point where I don't know how many people still want. I did just buy them, but it's so hard. You know, when you see them, it's like I know what it is. I feel obligated, you know, to purchase it.
You mean like your special bowls that now I keep seeing everywhere thanks to
Feel
you?
obligated. Oh, the
Yes. I've seen that everywhere and it's starting to drive me nuts.
Now you know what I go through.
It does, because I'm like, really? Up until you told me about it, I never batted an eye, and now I see them every single place I go. Like
the marigold, iris, and herringbone, Indiana, whoever made it.
I've seen the bowls.
Jeanette.
I've seen the creamer and the sugars. I've seen the vases. I'm like, leave me alone.
That bowl will haunt you to death now, Vinny.
It already has.
Good. So I'm not the only one.
I bought a ton of stuff, KP. Trust me, not my whole car, but my back seat or my trunk is full. There'll be videos, and sales of the stuff that I bought, so don't you worry. I hope you all liked the video I put out on Monday or today.
What do you mean I know some people, Rob? What is he saying?
I know about the Manhattan.
Manhattan. You're right, Rob. I do. I understand now.
Are you talking about the iris and herringbone, KP? Because I kid you not, I've seen that every single place that I've been.
I can't spit in one direction or the other without spitting on that bowl. It's everywhere. They're like those. What was that hornet? What was that fly like last summer?
Oh, the lantern flies.
They're like that Chinese lantern fly. Those things are everywhere.
You still see them? Because I don't.
The bowl or the fly?
The fly.
Well, not yet, but I see that bowl everywhere.
I saw them a few times here, but I haven't seen them in months.
That bowl drives me crazy.
I know. It does. It drives me crazy too, thanks to you.
Good. I was in the basement of an estate sale in Philadelphia, and there was that dumb bowl. You know,
I've seen them for as high as $15, and I've seen them for as low as like $4.
That bowl is everywhere.
Although I do have to say, the creamer and sugars I hadn't seen before. It's always the bowls or the vases that I've seen. The cream and sugar were rather unusual.
I bought one cup and saucer for my collection. I will not buy that bowl.
Exact, KP. I just picture Melissa McCarthy's voice when in that comment. Look away! Look away!
Yeah.
Bridesmaids. That's the voice I'm hearing in my head right now.
Well, gentlemen, I want to thank you. Vinny, happy birthday. Thank you for moderating.
Thank you.
David, it's really good to see you. We will be looking for you and Tammy Wednesday night at your live sale.
Yes.
Whoop, whoop. Join David and me a week from tonight on David's channel at 10 o'clock Eastern time.
We'll get the promos cranked up.
No, 9 o'clock Eastern time. On your
9
channel.
o'clock.
A week from tonight. And then on the 11th, you'll see me with Vinny, and then later on this month, you'll see me with the trusty Huckster somewhere in Pennsylvania.
Should make a T-shirt with a bowl on it and have the word "ugh" on the back. That would be funny.
Ugh. All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Round of applause to the audience.
Thank you, Vinny, for helping moderate.
As always.
You're welcome.
Always a good time.
Oh yes,
Thank
I
you
will
for
be.
letting me
I just
join.
haven't gotten a chance to get it all that stuff.
Absolutely.
And we should exit out with dancing ladies. I don't know.
Mine's just taking
Or
a
the
bath
cat.
in a
Wait for the
champagne.
Wait
cat.
for the cat.
Champagne glass.
Wait for the cat. And so long for now.